This version of It's Eric Nagel has been modified from its original broadcast. Content has been edited to fit this platform.
Believe none of what you hear and half of what you see.
Are you ready? I said, are you ready?
It's Eric Nagel. And it starts now.
Ladies and gentlemen of the universe, the next voice you hear, it's Eric Nagel.
Hey, that's me. Thank you, Scott Shannon. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the program. I am Eric Nagel, and joining me always from the frozen tundra known as Arizona, say hello to Jordan.
And that's me. Hi, everybody.
I miss your pineapple haircut.
I know. I need to get a little bit of a clean up on the sides, but the pineapple will come back next week.
I know. It looks weird with you wearing the hat.
I know. This is usually when I just get lazy.
It's like, hello, fellow kids. How are you? As you hang around your daughter's high school.
I know. Too many security guards there now.
I know. Especially after events of this week, it just never gets better and better.
What a week.
I know. It's rough all around, but we'll get into all that in just a moment. Hi, everyone. If you're listening on the iHeartRadio app, do us a kindness. Leave us... No, what do we do there? I forgot what we do with that. Oh, yes. Put us in the number one slot on the app. It's right there in the presets. Apparently, we're told... I give up pointing because I get it wrong every week. It's there on the screen. See, look, even that's wrong. It's there on the screen. You'll find it right there. We're told it means something. If you're on Apple and Spotify, any of those places, you can go over there and do us a kindness. Leave us a positive review. It does help out the program. And if you want to join us live each and every week as we do the show, people have asked why we promote the live show, the live rooms, if they're here watching, because people watch it later and people are listening on the radio end of it, so they don't see the visual stuff. And this goes out to a million different platforms because that's just the way everything goes nowadays. So YouTube and Twitch are the live rooms. You can go there at It's Eric Nagel. Follow us, like, subscribe, all of that fun stuff. And if you can't do any of that stuff, we just got the videos and the clips up on the YouTube channel, which, by the way, thank you, the viewing and the listening audience. We broke 4,300. Now, I know that's not that big a deal to a lot of other channels. It's very kind of small compared to everybody else, but that's an accomplishment for us.
No, it's really good. And we had a huge uptick from last week to this week, because last week we were going to mention that we were hitting the 4,000 mark, I believe.
Right.
And then last week's episode, everyone had a great time revisiting some old bits, talking about radio stuff, and really just kind of leaning into some of the O&A stuff and talking with Sam stuff. So it was nice to see even a bigger uptick than the last time. So, yes. We didn't even acknowledge it. We didn't have to. It grew even more. So,
it was a thing. So, I was surprised that it jumped that high. But then also now everybody wants us to review more old O&A stuff. And I said, well, one, Jordan can't do that because he wasn't there for any of that. But two, all that stuff is all over the place. It's all online. It's like, do you really need us to do any of that stuff? And apparently I'm wrong, because the feedback I got was everybody said, yes, they'd like to hear additional stuff, commentary, photos, all of that stuff thrown in like we did. If you don't know what we're talking about, there is a video on the channel here you can go look up. It's called O&A Memories, and it features audio from the Sam Roberts show on SiriusXM and our show, where I'm responding to what they're saying about when we'd have guests on and autographs and all that weird shit that didn't happen on other shows and hasn't happened since. Like that's so much of a problem nowadays if you tried to do what we did back in the long ago. So go check that video out, and thank you again. 4,300 people, over 4,300 people. I have to look at the numbers today. I appreciate that. Thank you. It means a lot to us.
Well, I think what we can do is, if we ever want to keep doing that kind of stuff, pepper it in every now and then. I think it's nice that you can revisit the stuff that you've dealt with. And it's nice bringing me through kind of catching up because, ever since you and I become friends, I've been trying to play catch up on some of the old bits. I know sometimes every now and then you'll send me stuff with Patrice that we talk about, and all these things. It's nice that I'll be able to ask questions that maybe I don't know anything about. The live audience obviously is huge fans. They'll chime in every now and then. They may even bring up stuff that kind of jogs your memory a bit. So I think every now and then it'll be nice. It can't be the full format, but it is nice kind of learning the pre hanging out with Eric Nagel. So
right.
It'll be fun.
Well, maybe we'll do something like that down the line. We're going to figure all that out and get that working. Maybe that'll be somebody suggested to us, because we don't have the subscription stuff. So that's coming soon for the YouTube channel, where you get the archives of all 11 years of the show and then extra stuff that we're looking to do. Somebody said that it should be like a bonus tier on YouTube or like a monthly thing on Patreon, where we can get a certain amount of people can pay a certain tier and they can request what we review off of that. And then I can see if I can try to get anybody to come sit in on it as we talk about old O&A stuff. I don't want to be an old O&A rehash kind of show.
No,
I don't want to do all that stuff.
But at least with you don't shy away from your past. Like you don't mind talking about it, but it's just not going to be what you want to bring future wise. But every now and then it's nice to talk about some of the old stuff. I've got nothing. No one wants to talk about me and my financial 8-year streak in the business that I'm in.
Yeah.
So you know what? I'm fine with you wanting to bring up.
What if you did a live stream where you just build Legos? That sounds extremely boring. I'm sure people will love it.
Well, Matt and I did that once a while ago through the Discord on his channel, and we did that where we build. We'll have cameras like pointed down. You see us building stuff, but then we're talking about stuff. So it's like this format, but then I'm doing something with my hands. So it's like, it could be done. I'm not against that. I mean, you guys are gonna have to donate a lot more. These things get expensive, but
right.
Yeah, I mean that could be something we could do too. So,
all right. Well, we'll figure it out. In the days to come. What else do we have going on there? We thanked everybody. Taylor and Travis are engaged. I know that's a big deal to the world. Not just like trending, not just in the United States. The world cares about this. It was on the cover of major newspapers around the world.
Krispy Kreme donuts, the day it happened, said from 5 to 7, come in and just get a free donut.
Right.
Because we're celebrating. I'm like, okay,
such a weird tie-in. It's like, hey, let's make it about us, and we'll give you a free donut if you mention Taylor Swift's engagement or whatever it is. Right. Put it on your finger and pretend to be. Yeah, we'll give you free donuts if couples come in and pretend to engage each other with giving her the ring of a donut, and then you get your donut and coffee for free that day.
Right.
That is so terrible.
Yeah,
so terrible.
A dumb bit. But yeah, it was huge news. Huge news.
Well, I have no problems with it. Congratulations. That's fine. No big deal.
Gonna upset a lot of football fans. I mean, we're literally starting football season this week. Today, I think.
Well, I'll tell you this. It does not matter what your algorithm is on TikTok right now, what you follow. Shit just shows up now because Taylor Swift is such a major topic. It just shows up. And there's all these people you would think this is like a new movie of National Treasure. They're decoding clues and stuff from the podcast, things she said, stuff out there.
All her stuff.
I get it. And good on her. It's brilliant marketing on her part. But the way they were talking about certain things was like, oh, this means this is a reference to the mascot that's at the San Francisco 49ers, which is where the Super Bowl is being. She's doing the Super Bowl halftime show.
Yeah,
and I'm sitting there and go,
Sam or something.
I'm staring at this. I went, wait, what? And I'm watching it again. I go, that's a bit of a stretch, but people are going crazy for that.
People are doing it. We're all kinds of crazy. Like they were looking at the engagement photos going, oh my God, he took her lyrics and made it into an engagement. He proposed to her in the secret garden of her mind. I'm like, I fucking hate all of you guys.
Right.
Like I'm happy for them both. Good on you guys. Good on Travis. I'm a Chiefs fan through and through. But stop being real stupid. It's like, who cares? Whatever. There
were people trying to figure out the garden that they were that they got engaged in.
There's backyard.
There's people trying to figure out. Well, I know, but it's like we need to find this garden. Right. Where, and then you read later, they tell you exactly where it was, but people still think. And then there's reaction videos of people just getting emotional. It's like, I can't, I saw some girl going like, she was like clutching her chest, and I was hoping she was going to keel over, but she didn't. Right. She's like, I'm unwell. But she's holding the phone. Like, where's the camera? Right here. She's like, so she's holding the phone. Like, say this is the camera. I'm holding the phone right there, right? And like arms out here, and she's just like, I'm unwell. I can't. It's like, I need more information. Like, this is just such a major, like, calm the fuck down.
Do you remember any celebrities or any royalty at this point that have gotten engaged that has been such a big deal like this? Like, like when the royals were getting married, Harry or whatever.
I think they did when William did. I think they did when William did, but they did not like, what's her name?
She's terrible.
Meghan Markle, whatever her fucking name is.
Yeah, Meghan Farkle.
Yeah. She, do you think in private he yells, "Shut up, Meg," because he's a Family Guy fan? That'd be hilarious.
Meg. That would be great.
Yeah, the Prince of England just told his wife to shut up, Meg. No one gave a shit about her and Harry getting engaged and getting married and all that stuff. They did care about William. I don't know about anybody getting engaged on this scale that people gave a shit about.
Yeah, and it's been dominating the news cycle.
And it's not knocking
Monday?
her as a performer. It's not knocking her work. It's not knocking him as an athlete and what he's accomplished. It's not attacking them at all. It's turning the spotlight back on these people and go, you need to calm down. You can be excited. This is fantastic. I put in the title here. All this is going on so much so fast. I'm wondering if she's pregnant. Because why would you overshadow an album announcement with an engagement? Because it's not like a low-key engagement kind of thing. She's like, she's more recognizable than most world leaders. Mm-hmm. You're overshadowing the big tease you did on your now fiance's podcast. Now you're doing everything's moving super fucking fast with this. I'm wondering if she's pregnant. She might be. I don't know. That's my speculation. But let's just say, for the sake of the argument, she is. That news comes out Christmas time. People. Probably around Thanksgiving, maybe Christmas time. That thing's going to go. Hopefully people are going to jump off buildings and just off themselves or whatever, because they can't take the fact that a new album's coming. They just got engaged, and now there's Baby Swift is on the way.
Right. Not to praise too much of the audience, because Eric really doesn't like any of you guys' ideas. Annoyed Wawa supervisor says she should go full Wonka, include a wedding invite, golden ticket in the album pre-sale, pull every dollar imaginable. That is a fantastic idea.
He's not far off, because there's also speculation that she's going to do something like that for passes to see her at the Super Bowl.
Wow. Yeah.
Like everybody within a couple days, anything you could possibly throw to the wall and see if it sticks is showing up about Taylor Swift. And what's also funny, it's not even like major fans of Travis Kelce going apeshit over this. It's like he's not even there. She's engaged. She has a new album. This is going on. Look at the ring that she has. Oh yeah, he's there too.
Travis got a new haircut right before the new season starts.
Right.
Yeah. Like, they're not even talking about how, like, the Chiefs are going to Brazil this Friday for another Brazilian game. It's not no one's talking about any of that stuff.
Oh, is that tomorrow?
Yeah, I believe it's Friday. Yeah.
Is it on like 3 a.m. or something? What? No, they're in our time zone.
They're in your.
Yeah, they are in our. Are they in our time zone, or are they an hour ahead?
I don't know. It's around.
Oh, I'm thinking you're on the East Coast. My bad. Sorry. No. East Coast or an hour ahead.
Backwards hat. I'm clearly on the West Coast.
Hi, fellow kids. Yes.
Hey, fellow kids.
I get it.
Okay, so Annoyed Wawa saying it's next week. Okay, so yeah, next Friday we get the Brazilian game. It's like the Chiefs and the Chargers. Very interesting. But you're right. Like, none of it is None of it's about him. It's clearly all her.
It's all her. This is interesting. So Preston in the chat here is saying smart to lock it down like old K-Fed. The difference with K-Fed is that K-Fed was a loser and still is a loser. He had nothing. At least on his own, Travis Kelce has football as the bare minimum, has football, right?
Yeah, I mean, the money between them is a giant valley. Like, she's billions of dollars.
And he's multi-millions, right?
He's got like 50 million. Yeah, he's $50 million.
But I'm just saying, like, on his worst day, the bare minimum you can say about him, he's a football player, okay?
Right. Yeah, he's
had multiple. What did they win? 3, right? 3?
Yeah, we've won 3 of the last like 5 or 6.
Right, so they have 3 Super Bowl championships. He has a food line called Kelce's Kitchen that is a barbecue and like Southern style or comfort food. I'm forgetting which.
Barbecue. And
it's available in Walmart and a couple other grocers around the country. So he's got a food line going on that does very well from him.
There's charity stuff.
The podcast.
Yeah.
He had the podcast. And then they just had a new deal. I think they got another contract coming up soon. But they just renewed their deal like a year or 2 ago and made a ton of money off of that. All that success to anybody else would be like, my God, what else can you do? Oh, yeah. The billionaire over there is overshadowing every little meager accomplishment that this guy has.
Yeah, and it's a shame that they're making those kind of comparisons. Because I did watch that episode of the podcast, and she seemed very down to earth, very, like money is not something that she's thinking about. She's just a normal person. She just happens to... she can literally buy the national debt. You know what I mean? Like, she's just one of those types. And I don't know. Like, it feels weird that the news cycles solely face, using her name and not him at all.
Right.
Yeah, whatever.
Well,
maybe he just doesn't care. Who cares?
Imagine that. It's like you're so rich and successful that it dwarfs compared to, her vast empire. Like Casey in the chat here saying, I'm not calling it T Swift. Taylor doesn't play when it comes to her empire. But he's just like, yeah. He looks around. People can view him, again, massive success this guy has had. People can view him as the deadbeat husband that's sponging off his wife.
Yeah. We're going to use your billions instead of my millions.
Oh, my God.
I'm like sitting there trying to get my bank account open back up.
All right. Keep this in mind, too, right? So his brother retired, all right?
Yeah.
Also had a legendary football career, very well. Who knows if he's got another year in him after this, right? Like maybe he stay. I don't know what his current contract is, but physical things can happen, wear and tear, all of that. You don't know if this could be his last year, what have you. But say he's done after this year, right? They get married next year, who knows? Or they get married soon because the baby's coming. He retires after this season, figuratively, right? Then he's going to be viewed as, well, he's not working. She's out.
What a loser.
What is he doing? It's like, oh, Travis spotted in LA with who's that woman that he's with while Taylor's out on tour. It's like, she's not supporting the family. She's not the one bringing in the money while he's being a deadbeat and not contributing or taking care of the kid or any of that. Like, it's going to be fun to watch for these
will be interesting.
Ridiculous scenarios being paced on this poor guy because he's in the shadow of who he's marrying.
Well, and it's real sad that the engagement gets announced. Everyone's freaking out within the first hour. And then the hours to follow are the divorce album's going to be hot or this or that. I'm like, man, you guys are ending their marriage before it even starts. Like, it's crazy that.
Well, it's all that successful branding and stuff. You got to plan ahead, like wrestling does. It's like, all right, look, you're not going to win the title this year, but we're going to plan for the big thing for WrestleMania next year. So let's map out the road. We know the start and we know the end. Let's figure out how to get there. That's where they're at right now. It's like, all right, that divorce playlist is going to drop on Spotify. We got to figure it out. Yeah, they're insane.
I believe in Trav Kelce.
Oh my God.
They're just going to keep building him up, and eventually he's just going to be hot.
They don't say his name when she appears. I forgot about Trav Kelce.
Yeah.
Poor guy. But congratulations to both of them. The fans.
Imagine, we just said poor guy. He's about to marry Taylor Swift. That
I'm just
son of a
saying
bitch.
what he's going to be dealing with
I know,
publicly
I know.
going down the line.
I mean, you got to give him like as much credit as possible. This man manifested Taylor Swift. Like, he went on his podcast and said, "I'd love to meet her, and I'd date her." And the next thing you know, like, this man's engaged. Good for him. The power of positive thinking.
Right.
So good for him.
The fans, I tell you this. I mean, live it up, have fun. No one's telling you can't celebrate this or enjoy this. I think it's a little weird, but okay, that's fine. Everybody has their thing. A lot of you have to calm down that you can't sleep or you can't eat or you can't function because of Taylor. Like, that is a religious obsession.
That is weird.
With her. You can like her, do all that stuff, but some of you got to calm the fuck down. Remember that you're a human being and you still have a life and family. Well, I don't know if you have family around you anymore, if you've been acting like that for the last few years about Taylor, but whatever. Calm down.
The next things is they're going to be wearing hats of Taylor Swift and then storming Capitol Records.
They're storming the Capitol Records. Yeah, they just keep leaving. It's all in the small brackets.
Right.
Like when they do the footnotes. Yeah. Taylor fans storm the Capitol Records. Oh, well.
Yeah.
All right. Good enough for them. A lot of shit's been, I have stories about me that we're going to get to, and those take up a lot of time. So we're going to go to Jordan stuff first. You're surviving all kinds of bizarre weather incidents, and you're in the middle of bank fraud. Which do you want to discuss first?
We'll do the bank fraud stuff because that can be a quick story. So
one quick thing, really, before you go on. I apologize. I was just looking over here. So somebody I know dropped this off to me, and they said, "Oh, I thought you might want to do this for the consumer." And I looked at it, I go, I don't drink these. I don't really do much for the energy drinks. Like, I drink the Zoa, which is more vitamin stuff. I know it technically, whatever. And then on a rare occasion, if I can't find a Zoa somewhere, I get a Celsius. I'll get like the orange or the grape because the others just are weird tasting. Do you know this brand called Ghost?
Yeah, they're at a lot of concerts. Like, they're sponsoring, like, I think the Innings Fest that I went back to in February had them. So they sponsor a lot of these festivals and stuff like that. And they'll sell the little specialty flavors.
Okay.
Markup.
So I knew of it, but I didn't really know anything about it. Right. So they dropped this off, and I look up online, and they have major brand partnerships. Like,
they do,
they're tied into
Skittles.
to Skittles. They're tied into Jolly Rancher. There's a Welsh grape juice.
Yeah, not Welch's. It's Welsh. So they give the Scottish grape juice and then the Welsh grape juice.
I was watching a lot of Welcome to Wrexham, so yes, that is my fault. Welch's grape juice. My apologies.
It's spelled with a lot more vowels.
It's a lot more fun when I say the wrong thing.
Right.
Welch's grape juice. But point being, they have a lot of major name branding, co-branding with their beverage line.
Yeah, they really do.
And the only other one I knew that did this was because they advertised for a little bit on WWE until they hired Logan Paul. And it was C4. It's a yellow can.
Yeah, I've seen that one.
They had tie-ins with Starburst and some other candy. Like, they got the major flavor branding.
Candy flavors, yeah.
So point being, this Ghost thing is available. I haven't had one. And they dropped this off, and they said, you might like this. You maybe do it for the consumer and everything. I've never seen an energy drink do this flavor. Iced tea lemonade Ghost.
I've seen that in stores. Every time I see it, I had just drank one, so I don't feel like I want to grab it.
See it? There it is.
Sounds interesting. Is it fizzy?
It's very carbonated. I was surprised by it. It smells good. It actually tastes fairly decent. I love iced tea, but I'm not a big fan of the canned iced teas. I know people love the Arizona, but Arizona just doesn't do it for me. The Lipton's Brisk, when I was younger, I liked, but you realized how flat and heavy in sugar that thing is. Mm-hmm. Canned iced teas aren't usually that good. I was surprised for an energy drink how good this was. I'm drinking it right now. This is the first time I had it.
Yeah, I'm interested because Ghost, I saw they have Bubblicious flavors. They have the Bubblicious strawberry, and then they have the cotton candy pink.
Ew. Wait,
I know, but I want to try.
Bubblegum?
Yeah.
Okay.
They do Warheads too. I'm like, oh, I wonder if it's real sour.
I've got Trident Wintergreen right here. Gonna pop this bad boy open.
My heart's gonna explode stronger with Big Red.
Oh, that would be.
I would drink a Big Red one.
That would be great branding.
Wouldn't it be great?
Your heart will explode longer than with Big Red. All right, so yeah, if you see it in the store, give it a try.
Okay.
I'm amazed how good this is. I'm not going to get another one of these, but
Right.
for tasting this for the first time, really impressed.
That's cool.
All right. Sorry. Anyway, bank fraud.
No, that's great. I want to try it. That sounds good. I decided I wanted to start living my life a lot more like you lately. So, every now and then I'll have a theater incident or maybe a travel incident. This time my bank account had some fraud on it on Thursday.
Okay.
So apparently the day of the show last week, I didn't even notice my local little pizza place. It's not a great pizza place, but it's cheap. And when you got kids, you just get the cheap. It's like a step up from Little Caesars. Apparently I had 6 charges on my account totaling over $200 some odd that I didn't realize.
Wow. For
each individual, there was 3 of them that were the same, another 2 or 3 that looked the same, but it was a different amount, and then there was one for $10. So I called my bank Saturday morning, and I talked to Tom from Bangladesh,
right,
and they reset my stuff on the website, and then they canceled my card and said, we'll send you a new one.
Yeah, they do that. They shut your card down.
It's the only way I can get to my bank account. And I'm sitting there going, well, how else am I supposed to do anything? They didn't give me any option. I didn't get to go into a branch. They didn't give me a temporary card or anything like that. Nothing.
Why?
Don't know. And it was ridiculous.
I was going to say, about a year or so ago, I had that happen with my card, and they shut it down. And I was bitching because they closed all the branches near me. So I couldn't get the temporary card until they mailed something to me.
Well, that was the thing. Once I was able to get everything figured out so they could send it, the branches were closed. The next day was Sunday, so I couldn't really get anything taken care of. Luckily I had, other ways to pay for gas and, grab food with me and the kids. But it was just crazy that they can just say, okay, we're going to shut everything down. I just got paid, or just, I did.
Like Johnny Kemp just got paid Friday night, money in your pocket, feeling right.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
But it was so weird that they could just cut you off completely from everything and not help you out in any way other than we're going to send you a new card, which will take 5 to 10 days because I still haven't gotten it. It's Thursday. I don't have a new card yet. I don't know if it'll be in the mail tomorrow. I just barely yesterday got them to unlock my account by routing me to their IT department to reset my username and password so I could see my money. I just can't access my money. And it's so wild.
Until when?
You're so dependent on this stuff. Until I get my new card.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So you can't even use it when people do the Apple Pay that goes through their phone. You can't even use your phone?
No, because Apple Pay connects to your card, not your account. So with a Target Red card is based off of your bank account. I could go to Target. Maybe
does your bank have a code or something you can scan at a register or something?
I don't know. I haven't been able to do anything like that. But yeah, once they disconnected everything with my account, all the stuff that I had connected, like any orders that I had with Amazon, Apple Pay got disconnected. I don't have access to any of that. Yeah, and I've got to reset everything up. And it's weird to go through almost a full week not realizing how much you depend on things like auto pay. Things that you've set up, because I was getting notifications like, we tried charging you, but we don't, you don't have that. I was like, fuck. So I had to set up new cards with different accounts now. And I want to go back to just holding cash in my hand, but no one takes cash anymore half the time.
That is technically illegal. They have to take cash.
You would think.
Or, I mean, you can always just eat pizza for the next several days because they insist on paying cash and no cards.
Pizza's what got me in this problem to begin with.
It's now your solution, too.
It's my solution and the problem. So yeah, I've been having a week with that, trying to get that done. I don't know how anybody does that kind of stuff. Like, God forbid, like I needed to access any of that money, I wouldn't know what to do.
Right.
You know, the only solution I could think of is because like my Target Red Card is technically connected to my bank account. I could go in and buy stuff at Target and it won't charge my card, like charge my account right away. So it's like a day delay, but
Right.
I could possibly use that, but I can't use my Target card at like a gas station. I can't get gas with that.
You should try.
You know,
I mean, people use their EBT for shit that they're not supposed to, so might as well go use your Target card or your Macy's charge card. What are they called? Star Rewards.
Yeah, I'm gonna need 5% off this gas price, please.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Can I get a quarter tank of gas? And I'll use my. Can I use my JetBlue miles? Can I? Will that work?
No.
What about Bitcoin?
Right.
You know what? It brings up a troubling scenario now, because I was always taught growing up to tuck some money away at home. You know, not a lot,
literally under your mattress.
No, but you know, you have a safe or something like that. It's not like you're tucking it in between books. Like, it's not the 1800s. But you know, you keep maybe a couple thousand tucked away, but you have like all small bills, so that in a crisis, you know, here, hurricanes, you have flooding, power's out, whatever, you can't charge anything, but you have cash and you have small denominations of cash. You can go and get gas, you can get food, you can do whatever you need to do. It's like emergency money.
Yeah.
And having that and that foresight and putting that away, to now we're in a time where if you need to use the cash for some kind of emergency and they're like, we don't take cash. Motherfucker, then you're not getting paid. You can't not take this. It's your problem to figure out how you're going to, you know, put it in your account. But if I'm handing you the money to cover the debt, to cover the bill, you have to take it.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's like when people try to push you to doing auto pay or having your bill pay automatically. You know, it's just weird that we have tried, like almost every business is trying to get you to stop using cash in some way.
I'm not going to give all the details, but Jordan knows this story. I can tie it into an auto pay, bill pay scenario for something that I refuse to do the auto pay for it, because they charge you. They keep telling you it's like, oh, it's easier, more convenient, whatever. And then they charge you convenience fees and other bullshit. I go down to this place and I pay a bill in cash. And by cash, I mean either physical cash or check, right? And
Pennies.
They get to a point where they don't know how to process the check anymore because they don't use it. I had an issue where I got a notice, and it could have been a big problem if I had not paid this bill over time. They said, this is a big problem. You have not paid this bill in many months. And I go, that is impossible. I know I've paid this bill every single month. We have no record of it. I do. I have the physical receipts that I make them print out or write out, whatever, when I when I give cash in hand to pay this bill. So I had my receipts. I go, here you go. This is the transaction. They didn't have it logged in their system somehow. I don't know how that's even possible, but I paid in cash, had the receipt. They didn't have it in their system. So their system says, you haven't paid this bill in months. Au contraire. Here's all the receipts. Go fuck yourself. And then they looked at it, and then that became a problem. Now they're getting snippy at me. It's like, why don't you just go and, you can sign up online. Stop telling me to sign up online. I don't want to do it.
Well, yeah. And then their reasoning is, it'd be easier if you just did it this way. And I was like, easier for who? I don't feel like I'm inconvenienced coming down to pay this bill.
Right.
You're the problem.
Yeah.
So it's more convenient for you.
It's annoying.
I'll do this, but you owe me the convenience fee and you'll take 5% off my bill. How's that?
And I'm glad I saved all because I always do. But I mean, I have shit that goes back. I think I still have paychecks that have 19 at the beginning of the check that are just receipts sitting in filing cabinets and
I may
stuff.
still have tax returns from like my first job.
Yeah, it's exactly that. So when I came there, I'm like, here's the receipt, here's the bill, here's all this stuff here. It's all taken care of. And now they had to figure out how to go into the system because a payment wasn't there wasn't a payment transaction to clear whatever it was in their system. They had to figure out how to get some kind of override in there to say the bill has been paid because I had been paying the bill. They just hadn't logged it in their system. And it kind of made me think of that Office storyline where Ryan, people were getting sales and Ryan's like, all right, just log it into the website. He's like, yeah, but I did it on the phone. I didn't go through it. Yeah, that's fine. No, it's okay. Just go into the data thing and put it onto the website because he was double dipping to.
Yeah, he wanted the website to look like it was successful.
Right. And it made me think it's the reverse of that. They didn't go to the website to log in that the sale happened. They forgot to do all of that stuff.
Right.
But yeah, that just...
but like to push you to do something that is convenient for them is really... God, it's shady. Like, I don't like the idea. Like, let me do it on my own. If I choose to do that, that's on me. Don't say that's the only option.
Right.
Because like right now to pay my HOA, I could either send them a check physically, which I'm going to start doing.
Oh, you're in an HOA?
Yeah, it's very annoying. I know. I can send them a check or I can pay by account. So if I pay online through my bank account, they charge me extra surcharge. Or if I pay with my card on the account, it's another 5%. So it's like another like $3 or $4 I'll tacked on. And it's like at some point they're screwing me over because to mail it, I still have to buy stamps. I have to do like I'm still incurring some kind of extra cost to give them money to tell me how I can live in my own home. Like it's such a ridiculous circle of stupidity. Like I hate it.
It's so dumb, and to bring all this back is to when you're saying you have cash and you can't go to places that have cash. Yeah, I have cash put away for emergencies. I was taught that growing up, and and I have it there. It's money that is never to be touched unless you actually need it for a not even a rainy day, an emergency situation. And knowing that,
I was going to say, have you handed cash to anybody at a fast food place recently? I tried it the other day, and the guy looked at me like I was a foreigner.
No, I don't go that often.
He's so used to wanting me to just scan the card.
No.
So when I handed him a $10 bill, he just kind of looked at me for a second and then realized he had to process it.
I see people, weird. If you're at a supermarket or something, I see people in the self-checkout that are paying cash, and they're just sliding the dollars into the thing, and then they're complaining that the machine ran out of coins, so they don't have... the 36 cents that is owed because they paid with actual physical currency and all that. And I still see those signs around too, that they're due to a coin shortage. It's like, it's been 5 years. How is there still a coin shortage?
Mm-hmm. Well, they're getting rid of pennies. Like they're just trying to. I think they're just trying to get rid of cash.
Probably.
Everything's going to be digital. It's easier to screw us over.
Preston in the chat saying they can screw your credit too. Yeah, I was thinking about that later on, but it wasn't the credit I was worried about. It was more of like the penalties from the state or whatever, however it goes from municipal to county to state, that kind of thing.
Right.
I could see where that was going. And I went, no. Thank God you said something because I had paid this. They had no record, so they thought I was in violation for... I mean, it was almost several months, and I had to show them
because you thought you paid it.
I didn't think I did.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like,
you were paid it.
You were under that guise of like, I knew I paid it. There was nothing to think about.
I save receipts all the time. It's the dumbest shit. I just save a receipt because I'm like, that might be something I need to prove down the line. Doctor's offices, something like that. Obviously, when you buy something, if you buy shit at Home Depot or Target or those things, like you bring it home to try to do home repair or whatever, it doesn't work. You have to have that receipt. You can't go find your fucking email. Or if you're one of those people that just hits no receipt because you can't be bothered and you're dumb and lazy, and then you go back, I don't have the thing. Well, you have the card. They got to look it all up. Just have the paper receipt.
Walmart's got this cool, fun little bit where if you go through self-checkout, you can choose to either have it sent to your phone, like in a text, you can do your receipt or no receipt.
Yeah.
But they also do the secondary bit where if you're trying to leave the store, they always say, hey, can I see your receipt? Mm-hmm. I'm like, motherfucker, like, what are you supposed to look at my phone? No, you're not looking at my phone.
Yeah, here's my inbox. Go scroll and find the receipt of what I just paid.
It's like, you can't make me do this if you're not going to, no thanks.
Yeah. So I was glad I had those receipts and I showed it to them because that could have been a big fucking problem. And they were like, well, we don't know. It's like, they go through all of this stuff. It's on them. They know they fucked up, and they got to figure this out now. I think they made photocopies or whatever of my receipt, but you should have records of the receipt, but it's not in the system. So nothing surprised me at this point.
My favorite part of the story that you told me is when they were able to figure it out, and they're going to take care of it, and then she goes, "Well, you're still going to have to pay the fees."
Oh
And then you're
yeah,
like,
I forgot about
"Excuse
that.
me?"
Yeah. So thank you. I forgot all about that. So yeah. So this was like several $100s, close to $1,000
Late fees.
in payments they thought I didn't make. And I'm like, here's the receipts for monthly within that 5-day window of like the beginning of the month or whatever of when they were paid. And it's like all there. And yeah. And I forgot. She's like, all right, well, you still have to pay the fees. And I go, no, I don't. I didn't incur those fees because of a violation of not paying. Yeah, I'm not paying the penalty fees on top.
Believe it.
You're going to wipe the balance that you think that I owed, but I still had to pay the fees? No.
The audacity of her saying that. Like, I know after
I forgot all about that till you
clicked.
said it. Yeah.
But like for her to think that even then would have been okay to say that, I just couldn't believe that would have been something that would happen.
So, that whole thing got cleared up. And then at the end, it's like, well, it's like to avoid this, you should just go online and log in. And I said, no, nope. I will see you next month.
Yeah. So like with my bank, they said that they're going to.
Oh, by the way, that's next week. I didn't realize September's next week. I'll see them next week, and I'll walk in smiling.
I was gonna say we got a holiday weekend, but yeah, you'll see them.
Should I throw down like a bundle of money with a rubber band around it, and just?
I think you need to
throw a stack down.
Fucking penny rolls at this point, just to prove a point.
That's a bit much.
You're like, at least they're rolled. Next time, it's just a sack of coin.
Right.
Yeah, so my bank said they're going to look into it. I doubt anything's going to happen from that. They already reversed the charges. They're probably just going to say, I'm going to issue a new card, whatever.
Good.
I called the pizza place.
And then they ended the phone call with, stop eating so much pizza, fat ass, and they hung up. 7
orders.
They looked him up online while they're having the conversation, and they're putting it on mute, and then they're just talking to the other guy. Did you see this guy? There's no fucking... Yeah, he fucking ate 7 orders of pizza. Look at him.
Good.
Sorry, sir. Yes, we're here. We're going through our system right now, trying to figure out where this error occurred. Look at this guy. There's no way in hell he didn't eat all of this stuff. Look at his kids too. Sorry, sir. Yes, you were saying.
It's funny because last night you, myself, and Rob were on a phone call.
Me, myself, and Rob.
To be a complete jerk, I was in the car and we were all talking and stuff like that, and I interrupted the conversation to order Jack in the Box tacos to make Eric mad. And then they're like, "How dare you eat 4 tacos?" I was like, "Oh no, I didn't get 4 tacos. I got 4 orders of tacos. That's 8 tacos and a shake." I to be fair, I didn't eat them all, but still, 6 orders of pizza would make sense.
I said at one point,
not in one lump sum.
Rob was like, "What's that noise?" I said, "He's trying to shove one taco into his mouth like the Cheshire cat to have that taco smile."
But yeah, they're gonna look into it. I don't know. Like I said, I called the pizza place. It's run by stoners. They're not gonna help me out. I got the money back. I just can't access it right now. So.
And don't shop there anymore.
Yeah, that's the point. I'm not gonna go. I've removed my card got removed from everything. I may not add it in as like a saved payment option in some of these places from now on, just to hopefully curtail some of that, but we'll see. Look,
normally I would support you, but like Old Restless in the chat here is right because it is gluttonous. 8 tacos and a giant Oreo milkshake.
I didn't get the giant one.
While he was driving. He was driving. And while we were talking, he was on the line to order from the speaker box and then the person at the window to pay and get his food. And I kept yelling, "Your egg rolls suck," but he didn't say anything. And then he goes, "Well, that would have been a problem if I didn't have you on my earpiece and so that they could hear you."
Yeah, I don't put you through Bluetooth when I know I'm going to do stuff like this because I know you do it almost every time. You always say, you always yell, get a sourdough jack, get a sourdough jack.
Yeah.
So I'm smart. I'm going to keep you off speaker.
We used to, well, not we, but Norton used to, when we'd have callers that would be, "Hey, I'm sitting on my plane." Because XM had a deal with JetBlue early on where you could be on the plane and listen to satellite. And I think you could listen to us or something. And Jim would be like, "Wait, what?" He would play this like, "What's that noise? What's behind you?" "Oh, sorry, man. I'm sitting on the plane here. We got about another 10 minutes before we take off." It's like, doesn't sound like a plane. No, I'm sorry. Can you put it on speaker? Let me hear what it is. Yeah, hold on. He'd put it on speaker, and Jim would go, "This guy has a bomb on the plane. This guy," like really. Then you get the guy hang up, and Ope would hang up the phone.
So good.
I mean, technically not the right thing to do, but still hilarious.
No. Still good.
What did your dad do for a living? I don't know. There's too much shit to be embarrassed about, but go ahead.
But yeah, that was all my bank stuff. And then the other thing that happened here in Arizona.
Hold on. Tom from Alberta said, well, Jack in the Box doesn't fraudulently charge your card, I guess.
No, they don't. We're good.
All right.
So, yeah. So then,
their egg rolls still suck.
The egg rolls do suck. And then we had a nice weather event here in Arizona.
You did.
The Haboob is back. I know that's a term that you still don't believe is a real term, but it is true.
Yep.
The Haboob takes over Arizona and becomes national news.
Yep.
Because it's wild.
I put together some clips here to show the footage of, as we always say, it's just the scene from The Mummy, where the sandstorm comes over and the big mouth comes out of the sandstorm as it's trying to capture the biplane that Brendan Fraser is on here. But take a look at this here. Look at this monstrosity of a storm.
Mm-hmm. Just a giant wall. Mind you, like, this is maybe like 5 p.m.
But, all right, look at this thing right here. Some of this is time-lapse because of the way people put it up. But what stadium is this?
That's where ASU plays.
Okay, so this isn't where the Cardinals are.
No. Cardinals have a dome now, so this would all have been indoors. So this is where the Cardinals used to play before they built that. This is ASU.
Okay. So, yeah, but just look at the time-lapse of this thing engulfing. Mm-hmm. Like, that's insane.
And that may have been a time lapse of maybe 5-10 minutes. Yeah. So, I mean, it moves fast.
If you don't pay attention, you might miss it.
Yeah, it's wild. And again, it turns the sky just this gross yellow brown.
Right.
And it reduces visibility to nothing. And it almost becomes just dark. You would think you'd be driving at night.
Yeah, look at this office cam here where you see it coming over the countryside, engulfs the proper city of Phoenix. And this is what's interesting. So sand and, little rock and everything is hitting windows, hitting everything here. But there's also water in it too.
It brings the rain too.
So you're getting a sandstorm and the rain right with it. So it's slinging mud at you.
Yeah, pretty much.
Or concrete.
Yeah, but look at that thing.
I know. It's
huge.
It's
and it
ungodly,
happens very quickly.
Even though it's very much godly. What were you saying?
Yeah, I was working when it was hitting. So you could kind of see, like, I'm sitting in my office and it started to kind of get darker. And I'm sitting there going, like, what's going on? It's not supposed to get this dark this early. And I look out and you could see it coming.
Look at this real quick for the people in the room and everything. Look at this over the airport.
Mm-hmm. It did damage. It damaged some of the airport.
You're seeing planes racing, trying to get off the...
Southwest is like, we got to make our budget. We got to get out of here.
But you just see this thing. It. Yeah, look at this.
Yeah.
This is insane. Wow.
Yeah, it does a lot of damage. You had asked me if, like, does it mess with my air filters? I've never noticed any issues.
Well, yeah, your air filters for your air conditioning and your house and also your car.
Yeah, no, I've never experienced any major issues. I'm sure it does at some point for other things, but I've never had that. It does create a nice layer of dirt all over just everything. The problem is it also brings like I said, it brings some of the rain too. So you're right. It just kind of creates this muddy situation where just everything.
I need to find
pools are just destroyed. Like you got to clean your pool.
Of course. I need to find that old thumbnail you made a couple years ago when this thing happened.
I'm sure I have access.
Where it was, we morphed it into the storm from The Mummy. I'm just going to, anytime this happens, that will be the thumbnail for the show.
Right.
But then I got to put Taylor's face on there. Can you have Taylor's face coming out of the storm?
Will do.
Okay. Please.
Making notes now.
If you can get that tonight, that would be fantastic.
That'll be the only thing I care about. Not my kids. Taylor Swift as a haboob.
Yeah, your kids can survive on their own.
Eat a Lunchable. I've got work to do.
Any more stuff from the world of Jordan to discuss?
No, that's pretty much it. I've just been working, dealing with bank stuff. I will no longer be coaching volleyball after this season. They changed all the stuff. My kid's aging out, so we're going to look at some club stuff. So I will not be coaching anymore. Which is kind of a bummer. It's kind of sad, but it's fun. And so just dealing with all that, but nothing too crazy. I can't believe we're getting into September. Like September's like Monday. I'm just like, holy crap. We still got summer for another 4 months here.
Yeah, but
I wish I were exaggerating.
That's
too.
That's your only season. You know, you don't have spring, you don't have fall, you certainly don't have winter. It's either low summer or high summer, depending on the time of the year.
We have spring, summer 2, Electric Boogaloo, winter for 3 to 4 days, which is going to be great. I call that stew season, and then we go right back into spring, summer. Yeah. We don't get fall.
It's disgusting where you live.
Like someone actually asked that at work the other day. It's like, or I don't know if it was you or somebody else at work. Someone asked like how Halloween works, and I was like, Halloween's freaking hot around here. Like, it's gross.
Yeah,
it's a gross. It sucks.
Imagine trying to wear a costume trick or treating.
I wore one of those inflatables 2 years ago. It was like a giant frog, and I was hanging out, and I was telling people at work this, where it's like it cuffs around your hands.
Wait, hold on. Let me put you on the thing there. Go ahead.
So it cuffs around your hands and it cuffs around your ankle, so it could blow the air in and puff it up and do all that stuff. But the problem is there's no ventilation. Like there's no air going out, and you're basically in a sweatsuit. So you're at you're 100 degrees in the middle of October or at the end of October, and sweating, and it's just disgusting. I tell you, and this is gross, you sit there and you tilt your arm, you open up your wrist, and buckets of sweat just come.
Is it like the same thing when you see those guys? Remember for a while everybody was dressed as a Tyrannosaurus Rex?
Yeah, it's the same.
It's that kind of thing?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a little fan with batteries, hooks in, and just inflates it. And it's fun. You get a lot of room, and it's easy to work, but it's just too hot. It's just too hot.
Tom from Alberta saying Arizona seasons 2 months of bearable heat and then 10 months of big angry ball that wants to kill you. Yes, where Jordan lives, every time he runs from his house to his car, from the car to the work, to school, stores, whatever, it's like the desert scene in Super Mario 2, where the sun comes down and starts chasing you. Yeah,
swooping at you.
That's where he lives.
That's the other thumbnail. It's just me running, and we're going to put the little sun up there.
In order to get away safely, sometimes he has to use the cheat where he steps in the quicksand, goes under the cactus, and then pops up on the other side so he can get away. All right, moving on. If you're in the live room here, do us a kindness right now. Go and hit the like button. And if you haven't already, hit the subscribe. We do appreciate that. But let's get the likes up there. I want to show you this that came into the mail today. This is something new. You know, we always worry about our technology spying on us. You know, Alexa being the biggest culprit, Siri for the iPhone. But then when you have conversations, you talk about anything mundane to even concerts that you like. It shows up on your Instagram. It shows up on your Facebook. It shows up somewhere that it's listening to you at all costs. And there has always been the battle of what freedoms you're giving up by allowing these devices into your house and what is legal and what isn't, right? This takes it to the next level because I got this thing in the mail. It's a big fold-out thing from Google. And what it's trying to do, well, let me show you. I have it here in my hand here. Look at this. We have this big thing here. I'll show you here. So we're going to go over this. I took stills so we can look at this. Earn rewards for using your device like you normally would and help shape the future of how people interact with their devices. Already, this seems suspect. Like, wait, what? You want to look at my phone? What's going on here?
How do you monitor what I'm doing? That's the key. It's like, okay, yes.
Right. So
what do I have to give up?
Okay. So then here's how it works. Anyone in your household age 13 and up can enroll their smartphone. All right, that's the first red flag. Anyone 13 and up. Mm-hmm. You don't trust your kids for anything, especially if they're 13. If you gave them a credit card, you only use it for emergencies. There goes all of a sudden there's all these charges for Minecraft,
for pizza.
Steam, DoorDash, Amazon charges. You can't trust them. Anyone in your household age 13 and up can enroll their smartphone devices to start sharing website and app activity. Earn reward points every week and redeem them for gift cards. Earn points worth up to $540 a year per participant. You can pause data collection and leave the study at any time. Sure you can. I'm sure that's what they're doing.
I doubt it's that easy.
Where's the third? Oh, did I not load the third one? Hold on. Let me bring the third one in here. I thought I had it. Where did it go? Oh, here's the third one. Okay. Join the device usage study. Love that terminology. Google has randomly selected your household to participate in a helpful research project. The goal of the device usage study is to understand how people use websites and apps on their smartphone devices so Google can develop products that improve the experiences for users like you. Let me finish the last paragraph and we're going to break this down. Even if you don't use Google products or occasionally use the internet on your device, your household's participation is very important. What this is, if you're not catching on here, is that they want to get you to give them permission to monitor your usage of your whatever browser you have on your phone. And the app usage, whatever apps you're using on your phone. In the guise where it says here, so Google can develop products that improve the experience for users like you. What do you need to improve? Improve the app for the service that I'm using. If you own it, please do. That'd be fine. If you have a Samsung phone or something like that, what does Google have? Android? Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you have an Android phone, all right, improve the phone like you're supposed to. But if you have an Apple phone, well, you're not going to improve the Apple phone. You're not going to do anything. If you have the Chrome app on your phone, that's about all you're allowed to do. But we want you to give us permission. We'll pay you pennies on the dollar, by the way, to monitor your activity, to monitor your usage, to monitor everything you do under the guise that we're going to use it for research to figure out improvements for products to help make your life easier.
They said, what was it, like $500, $300 by the end of the year? So you have to be in this for a
$540. You can earn up to $540 a year. Still is not a lot of money for this invasion of privacy that you're allowing them to do. They want you to sign up. They give you a QR code. It's like, how does it get started? Scan the code, sign up, enroll your smartphone device, and invite your household. Continue using the devices you normally would. Earn weekly rewards as we monitor and spy on everything that you're doing. Now, look at this part here. Let me see if I can make this bigger. Why is that not working? There it is. This says you can control your data, delete saved activity data, pause data collections, or leave the study whenever you want. We've seen how that works in the past, where they say, oh, you can go in there and remove all your stuff. Nope, they still have it, even though legally they're supposed to have deleted it per your request. Or if you go to delete it, it says, well, it'll take up to 90 days. Why does it take 90 days? Something that ridiculous until they clear out your information, right? Mm-hmm. Your data won't be sold. All right, that's a big
Lies.
Yeah, that's a big flag you're putting on there because, hey, we're letting you know we're not going to sell your stuff. Device usage study won't use it to serve you ads or affiliate marketing. Your data is safe. Visit this link here to see how Google protects your information. Now, the other side of it is this. Earn additional bonuses. Sign up to earn $20 in points that you can redeem for gift cards. Before I continue, how much do you think $20 in points to redeem for gift cards? How much of a gift card you're getting? You're probably getting like a $5 gift card at most, right?
If you're lucky, you're getting a 1-to-1, so you're getting $20 gift card. But even then, prices have gone up. $20 ain't gonna get you shit.
Get points worth an additional $20 by referring members of your household age 13 and up. So imagine your kid signs up for this and you don't know. You're a 13-year-old kid. And then submits your emails. Their parents, their siblings, whatever, submits their emails in order to get referral stuff. So your kid got, $80, maybe $100 for giving them all the information for your family? If they subscribe to, by the way. They'll earn $20 in bonus points too when they sign up. That's that influencer shit. You know, where, you know, it's like, oh, if you want to buy this, click the link in the bio here, or click the link in the description below. They're affiliate links. And when people are doing shows and things like this, and they talk about products, like say if this was a commercial, right? If we were talking about the Ghost drink, right? And we had to deal with them on an affiliate link, and I was like, this is really good. I can't believe how good it is. If you want to try it out, click the link in the bio there. I mean, in the description. That makes sense because that's how people are making money to do other things. Google doesn't need affiliate links and shit like that to make money to do other things. So they're paying you next to nothing to get you to approve that they can monitor you for products that improve the experience for users like you. They say it's for products, maybe it's apps, I don't know. But when they say we're not selling your information, you know that just leads to sales marketing. And it's going to lead to them pushing apps and ads for products and things. You know it's going to go there. So the fact that they think, you know, this is okay, they're sending this in the mail. Now, also I want to point out, I don't know what happened. 2 days later, I got a second one of these. I had it here. I don't know what happened to it. But yeah, I had two of them. Oh, there it is. Threw it out.
Why would they send two?
So yeah, like here's the first one, right? Here's the other one. They just sent another one. Now this one has a name on it. This one says New Jersey resident. But then they sit there and it's like your household has been selected for, at least when you used to get like the Arbitron diaries for radio. It's Nielsen now, but when you'd get those kind of things, or like back in, you know, the old days, 70s, 80s, when they would send you, like you'd open up an envelope and it had $1 and ask you to fill out this survey or whatever. And that,
I've seen those.
Yeah, those kind of things. At least it was, you were randomly selected. They were looking for information. That's all this is. And under the guise like, this is, you know, you can make all this money. You can help out. Who's doing this? Who is willingly doing this? We're not willingly allowing, I mean, maybe we are because we have Instagram and Facebook on our fucking phone apps, but
no one looks at terms and conditions. We've already let everybody in.
Yeah.
Like we're already screwed.
Yeah.
We don't like when it's blatantly shoved in our faces using mailers.
So fucking dumb. Tom from Alberta says, nobody cares about improving apps. There's dozens of similar apps, so people just use another app. That is true. I'm trying to find a thing right now. Chrome, Google owned, by the way, just banned the app I was using on my Chrome browser that collects Twitch points and Twitch drops and all that stuff.
What was it? Just one of those little?
Well,
God, what do they call them?
What?
There's something. There's a term for what that is. I forget what it's called.
But it's like I have the windows open. I'm watching the the partners or whatever to get Sea of Thieves drops, Phasmophobia drops for other games that I play. Right? Mm-hmm. I have their windows open. I'm doing everything there. The only thing that app does is that I have the window open, so when the thing at the bottom says click here to collect the points, it automatically does it for me. So I don't have to sit here for 6 hours watching this streamer nonstop because I have to keep hitting that button in order to get the points, to get the drops, to get whatever. Right. I have the windows open. This thing, it counts for the streamers. They get all the credit and all that other stuff they have to fulfill, and then I get the drops. They banned that thing. They got rid of it. So I've been trying other ones here, and then each time you find another one here, they're like, this looks suspicious. It's like, because it does. It's the same coding. Mm-hmm. It's not meant to invade your privacy. It's just to collect your drops automatically from Twitch. That I need an improvement on. Fix that. Everything else we don't fucking need. Giddles is in the chat. Hello, sir. They won't sell your data. They'll take your data and then develop some shit that they'll sell for sell for millions and compensate you with $20 gift card for using your data. Yeah, pretty much. Big Red Tower, hello to you, sir. I'd be more comfortable with my data flowing straight to Putin's laptop than Google. You know, you may not be wrong with that. Jared the Geek saying what does it say? Chromium?
Chromium.
All Chromium browsers will be blocking most of those extensions. Yeah.
Extensions is the word I was looking for. That's what those little apps are. They're just extensions.
But all these other extensions I have are fine. Like I have a couple that, like, especially around Christmas time when you're doing online Christmas shopping, these apps that or
Like
the
deals?
extensions that give you the promo codes or tell you what the deals are and all of that stuff. And like one gives you the promo codes, the other one, it starts with an R. I'm forgetting what it is, but it sends you like a cashback check.
Rakuten.
That's it. Yeah. So, you know, a lot of females in my family. So when I'm buying clothes and stuff from all these websites and shit that I don't have like membership rewards or all that stuff there, but that Rakuten comes back, and then at the end of December, like, oh look, I got a $35 check for.
I was gonna say, I think
savings
for
Christmas shopping or what have you. But all those are fine. I have other extensions up there that the one I used to use for work for the last 20 years that would if you have a news article, it takes the version of the article and removes all the framing. It removes the videos, the ads, the posts. So it's just text.
That's great, especially when we're doing like show prep where you're not trying to like, oh, I'm going to copy the copy here, but then it's also copying the ad, and you got to get.
Yeah, if you want that one, I'll tell you right now.
Yes.
Give me one second.
Send that over.
Well, I'm not going to send it over. I'll just tell you in public because people should be using it. Where is it? It's called Print Friendly.
Print Friendly. Got
You
it.
can look for that extension. I know they have it for. Well, they used to have it for Internet Explorer, and they have it for Chrome. But it's not Edge anymore. What is it now?
It was Edge.
What is it? Edge, the new one
I
for.
think it used to be Edge.
I don't
It used
use
to
the
be
Microsoft
Edge.
stuff, so I don't know. I don't remember.
I think it's Edge. It used to be Explorer.
Okay. So anyway, see if Edge has it too. But yeah, look for Print Friendly if you do something like that. If you want to get articles and shit without all the other crap on the web page where it makes it easier to print out and highlight and everything. I'm telling you, in the morning, 4 or 5 in the morning, when you're trying to get shit ready for the show, and you're going through like USA Today was the worst with all of that stuff. So you hit that button, boom, there's all the text, copy and pasted what we needed, highlighted what we needed for the important parts, done, print out, move on with your lives.
That's great.
So anyway, let me know if you're out in the audience there, wherever you're listening, living, watching, viewing, however you're doing this stuff. If you get that Google thing sent to you in the mail, please let us know, because I'd like to see how this thing is being sent out. They just like, what's the mailing list that they have to even mail this out to people? Because the one has my name, so I have some Google products.
Do you think? Well,
the other one says New Jersey residents, so that means they just got what, like a voters list or something?
Well, maybe what happened. Well, either that or you do have subscription. I know you get the what is it, the storage. What do they call theirs?
Oh, Google Drive?
Yeah, so I know you have the Google Drive, so maybe they're sending that to you with your name on it based off that, and then they're like, well, if you don't live there, let's just send it to the resident that resides there. It's like the same as, it's just any other mailer,
I guess.
Or it could be like Google Fiber got put into your neighborhood, so maybe they're just hitting all the neighbors.
No,
that's their internet service.
I
things
have
like that. I don't know, because I didn't get anything. Like
Google
this.
Fios replaced my cable boxes. First of all, I had like 6 cable boxes, and I was wondering, like, why am I still paying for all this? I watch one television at most, and that's usually for the local news or whatever. Got rid of all the boxes, but the other ones were so old they had to be replaced, and they gave me these wireless Android TV boxes. And they've been nothing but a pain in the ass because that's
why they're trying to get you to use them now. So they're sending you these mailers
because it connects to one media server and then it keeps like disconnecting. It's like cannot detect the media server. And I'm like, I'm not going to keep going into that other room to reset that server in order for these boxes to make it's such a pain in the ass. And I'm so like, as happy as I am with the Fios internet and everything, the rest of it just seems to be like I might be looking to walk away of all of this shit. I'm looking for options, and Optimum Online is not an option. I'll never go back to them again. All right, moving on. If you're in the room here, hit the like button. What are you doing? We need to have more likes on this thing, please, and thank you kindly. I had dinner.
Yes, you did. At least a couple times
over the weekend. The what?
At least a couple times this week.
And I had dinner with some family members from out of town. And the restaurant we picked, I thought it was good because it was just starting to get nice around here. Like it was 70 today. And it was the last couple of days it's been in the low 70s. It's been rather pleasant. And Sunday was very nice. I'm like, oh, this is like 73, 75, somewhere in there. I'm like, we could sit outside. It won't be ultra humid. It'll be nice to enjoy. And the restaurant has a great outdoor section. It's got like built-in fire pits for, the colder times. It looks
nice.
really nice. It's comfortable. And I said, let's go there. Okay, great. Go there. If you get there before, we get there, get a table outside because we want to sit outside. It'll be really nice. Okay, great. I get there and they're not in the outdoor section. I go, where is everybody? They all should be there and there's nobody there, right? So I'm like, all right. So because in order to get to the outdoor section, it's gated off so people can't just, skip out on the check or whatever. You got to go in through the restaurant and around to the side. I go into the restaurant and then I see like if you walk in and you go to the left, it brings you to the area to go outside. Mm-hmm. But I see diagonal to the right in the far corner there they are. I'm like, why are they inside the furthest part of the restaurant when they're not outside? We walk over, we say hi and everything. And I said, well, why didn't you get a table outside? We're too cold. What? It's too cold. I didn't have a sweatshirt or anything with me, so we wanted to sit inside. And I just looked at them and I'm thinking, look, I know when people live down south or by you, when you come up north and everything, you get colder faster than people here.
Because you said 70 and I thought winter.
Right, like, exactly.
That sounds wonderful.
People's blood thin and stuff, so they get up here and they're freezing. And I'm sitting there and I go, you realize you're inside with central air. It's probably going to be colder and blowing on you than sitting outside.
Right.
No, it's okay. We just wanted to sit inside. There's a lot of room outside. It's nice. It's spacious. You got the umbrellas, the tables. It's a great atmosphere. They're sitting in a small rectangle table in the corner. And the chairs are these wobbly old wooden chairs. They're not even I think from this century. And it's not even that they're flat, but then they have a rim around the edge of the chair that's up maybe about 1/4 of an inch. So you sit down and you feel
right into your thighs.
Yeah. So I sat there and where are they all sitting? Of course, they're sitting on the L-shaped booth kind of seating.
How many people are here? So you got 3 coming in for you, and then how many else?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there was about 7 people. Okay.
So you've shoved 7 people total into a corner area.
Correct.
So you're right. Outdoors would have let you guys breathe a little bit, space out a little bit.
But here's where it gets more aggravating. They're all on the booth seating on the corner. I have to sit in one of the wobbly chairs. Yeah. So I'm sitting there and I noticed pretty quickly, I'm feeling the edge of the chair. I'm like, this is going to drive me nuts or my legs are going to fall asleep. This is very uncomfortable.
I've had those situations where you can't sit back comfortably because you're upset. So you do this thing where you kind of sit on the edge a little bit, but now you're still uncomfortable because now you're on the edge of a chair. So you're pushing the chair out. You're going to be in the way. You can't do that. And then you're sitting there for the entirety of the meal shifting. You're just constantly shifting. I would hate that.
Yeah. So now we're sitting there and I go, I can't, what am I going to do? I can't explode on this thing. I'm kind of annoyed. I'm like, all right, I'm stuck here. There's nothing I can do. Oh yeah. So I wrote my notes down, by the way, so I wouldn't forget. There was also nobody else in the entire restaurant because everybody else was sitting outside. Now there's a full outdoor area. Like I said, fire pits, couches, comfortable, tables, umbrellas, all that stuff. Then there's kind of off to the side of that, there's kind of a covered area that's open. It can be open door or closed. They can slide it open. Because they also have this giant bar area with a lot of big screen TVs so people could watch sports stuff. Okay. So they could go in there to watch sports stuff and it doesn't bother the people who are sitting outside enjoying themselves or the people in the restaurant, right? We're the only ones sitting inside. everyone else is outside. And we're on the far diagonal portion from where everybody else is. So
maybe that's what they wanted. They wanted to have some peace and quiet where you guys can have a conversation without being interrupted by other patrons being outside and having their conversations or the TVs. Maybe they wanted that more intimate.
These people are from Florida. All those restaurants are outdoor with, you're sitting there by the beach and the coastline and stuff. They're all sitting outside all the time.
That's funny.
Okay. So there was that. Ordering food, everything. We're hanging out for a while. Kid is there. They're having a good time with the kid. And something came up about, going into the holidays and Christmas and figuring stuff out of who's traveling where, what's going on. Mm-hmm. I was blindsided by the fact that now I'm being forced to get involved with Elf on the Shelf. Ugh. It's August. And they're bringing this up. It's like, oh, do you do Elf on the Shelf? And I just looked at them and I went, no. And they said, oh, you should do that. And I went, no. No, it's great because the kid was getting a little cranky and we were trying to, keep the kid in line and stuff. And they're like, well, no, it's great because you can say, Santa sent the elf. It's like, I know the story. I know what Elf on the Shelf is supposed to do. It's supposed to control your kids so they don't lose their shit going into the holidays and they behave. So it's easier on you.
We'll just be better parents. But
right.
Okay.
I'm reading my notes here. I repeatedly said, no, I don't want to do that. They kept mentioning it and saying how it keeps kids under control, that it's so much fun. And they know other adults who enjoy posting their photos of where they hide them and then the kids finding them. And I said, that sounds terrible. What? Really? Because everyone seems to have fun with it. I don't know who you know, but it's not fun. And I've seen parents who start doing that and they're like, oh yeah, look, we're doing Elf on the Shelf. And everybody does the thing where the candy cane is the dick on the elf, or they have the elf sitting there next to a shot of booze and a cigarette, or leaning over a toilet. Like it's all been done, right? But then they stop doing that because either the kid gets tired of it or the parents realize this is a pain in the ass. And I said, I don't want to be responsible for this thing that I have to move. It's supposed to be this whole thing that kids fall for, that Santa is getting reports back from this elf and this elf is watching the kid to make sure they're behaving. But the lore of the elf is that it's supposed to hide and move into different spots and you have to find it. Mm-hmm. I don't want to bit that responsibility. I don't want to sit there and go, crap, the kid's up. I didn't hide the elf. I got to go scramble around to find where I put it, or that I hid it and forgot where I put the damn thing.
I barely keep track of when I have to go get tooth fairy money. And I'm like, oh shit, I don't have any bills. And this kid just lost another tooth.
Right. Don't want to do it.
Make me do this for an entire month? No, thank you.
No. So
Casey in the chat agrees. Elf on the Shelf is
the worst. Right. And there's also Mensch on a bench and Snoop on a stoop.
Yeah.
There's all of that. Don't want to do any of that. I said this. Oh, this might have caused an issue. Having this explained to me that people love doing this and posting, they have fun posting their photos online for people to look. I said, this is for simple-minded people who don't have much going on, that finds this to make this, they find ways to make all this about themselves. Mm-hmm. And that seemed to kind of put an end to the Elf on the Shelf discussion.
Because here's the thing, like if you're doing it just for your kids, no one's posting about it. But the fact that each of these parents not only does this for the kid, but then takes a picture and then has to post it to get their stuff and their kudos and their parents' interaction or likes or whatever. That's why it's simple. That's why it's a simple-minded act. And that's why I hate doing it.
Yeah. And it's like fucking your own 1984. You're bringing in Gestapo or whatever to spy on your family to keep shit in line. It's like, I've already got Google and trying to invade my phone. I have Meta already invading my phone. I've got Alexa listening to me and all this other shit. I don't need some bullshit elf ratting on me, telling the authorities what's going on in my home. Casey in the chat saying, Snoop on a stoop ain't no snitch. That might be the way to go now that I think about it. He's just sitting there chilling, having a good time. He ain't talking shit to nobody.
Nope.
So yeah, that put an end to the elf on the shelf discussion.
I just don't understand the reasoning on why they were pushing so hard to get you to do something in your own home. Like, what did they get out of it? Like, what are they getting from this?
I hate doing the generational thing, but you're seeing it more and more where it's a somewhat of a boomer characteristic that whatever they see online or whatever somebody tells them and it's new to them, whatever, they need to go and tell everybody about it like this is a big thing. Or if it is a big thing, well, you need to do that too because I saw it and they told me it was a big thing. So I need to tell you, you got to do that too.
Right.
And our generation just goes, no, I don't want to leave me alone. I'll let you know if I want to do this, but I'm not doing this. So then, as we approached the end of the night, the kid was tired. We were tired. It seemed like everybody was tired. I asked the waiter to, if we had some stuff left over, could they wrap it up so we could take it home? And I was giving the impression that we were the what?
I said, "Sir, this is a Wendy's."
Giving them
wrap your own shit up.
Still, I just slapped my half-eaten Baconator on the counter there. It's like, wrap it up to go. I was trying to give the impression that we're looking to leave. Could you wrap this up and then maybe bring the check and what have you? As I did that, because we were there for a while and on uncomfortable seats in a part of the restaurant I didn't want to be in. If we were outside, I wouldn't have mind staying there longer, but this was the situation. Again, as I gave the impression that we were going to wrap up and getting ready to leave, the waiter knew the cue.
Mm-hmm.
They called the waiter back and they ordered more wine. Like, can we get a couple more here? That they were ordering more drinks and stuff.
We're just settling in. We're going to need another round.
And I looked, I went, what? I'm like, yeah, I'll take a glass of this and that. Do you want one of the? Yeah, I'll take. All right, so 2 of those, and can I get another of this thing here? And I'm like, no.
Now, at any point though, do you go, well, you guys enjoy your wine. We'll talk to you later. And
no, because one of them that I came with was pointed out and like, do you want another glass? And she goes, okay, yeah.
Oh, you get that in a to-go cup. Thanks.
Oh my God. So I'm like, no. So at that point, I gave up and I kicked the chair back and I stood up and I stretched. I'm like, all right. And I'm standing there I am told,
still stuck to your thighs because of the ring.
Yeah. And I'm told, it's like, oh no, we're not going yet. We're going to wait a little bit. And I said, I'm sitting over there. Why? I'm like, this chair sucks. I can't sit here anymore. I'm not drinking. I'm not doing dessert. I'm not doing any of this stuff. I want to leave. And we're at the 2-hour mark. We need to go. And it's not happening. So I go and I sit on another, they have a little couch thing over there. I sat over there and, the kid runs over and is having fun and stuff. But then I'm getting looks. I was like, what are you doing? It's like, I can't sit there on that shitty wooden chair it's been 2 hours. So what do I do? There's only so much I can do in that
one of those things where people talk, your social meter has run out and you're just ready.
When people talk about the energy that you put out, I'm putting out negative energy and they're not reading it. I don't understand what I have to do. I want to do like one of those anime characters where I just go like that and it just shoots all the thing out there and they all realize we need to go.
I have to hand it to the people that you are doing dinner with because this isn't the first time. You have had moments where they go like, why are you on your phone so much? What's with the attitude? You've had incidents where people are ordering food for you because you're running late and it's the wrong food.
Mm-hmm.
They don't understand you at this point. And this is every dinner every time you leave the house, honestly, I'm excited. And it's because something happens to you. You can't go to the grocery store without having an incident where someone's pulling in the wrong way and you're fighting, you're recording things.
Right.
You're recording people fighting at a Walmart. You can't go to restaurants without something happen. People are bringing you honey mustard for your hamburger. You want to punch them in the
I
face.
forgot about that. Yeah.
You can't go out. So when you say, I've got a dinner plans with family or whoever, I'm excited. Because I know the show's covered for Thursday. I don't have to do any prep.
It's never me planning this.
That's the problem. That's the thing. It's never you.
No.
And just the fact that, like, this is consistent, you would think someone would learn how to engage with you in these situations instead of saying, well, it's been 2 hours. I know Eric is not going to be happy. Let's just end the meal. We'll have say our goodbyes. We'll do Christmas time. People gave you gifts that were pre-built. And you don't have room for them. Like, no one understands.
Oh my God! Yeah. Well, not me. The kids' gifts were pre-built.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you think I'm driving this, Mazda RX-7 and putting a fucking slide on the top of it? Mm-hmm. How dare you?
Yeah.
It's all about them. They never think about how it's affecting you, and it's hilarious.
I do love these people. I don't hate them at all. No. It's just puzzling how older people it's everything, like they want family, they want everything around, they want about that, but it's still all about them. Like, it's everything.
Feel your energy. It's weird,
right? And there's only so much you can do, because when you're invited to a place, you're not paying.
Yeah,
right.
That's
if we all agreed to go, we'll go there. I take the card out. We all like the. Because depending on your family structure, I have older adults in my family that get very Tony Soprano. They're not Italian, but that meant, that scene where Meadows' boyfriend gets up to go to the bathroom, pays for the dinner, and then they're at Artie Zuko's restaurant, and then Tony's like, "I'll just take the check," and he goes, "Oh nope, all good," and then Tony just looks at the guy like, "You're the next person I'm going to kill," and just quietly sit there, and he goes, "You pay for the check?" And he goes like, "How about you get your own family, and next time, when you get your own family, you fucking pay for it." Like he threw the napkin down and walked out of the restaurant. That mentality is true, and it exists, right? So if you're invited to a place for that kind of thing, it's not rude in that family situation. If you're with friends or whatever, it's rude and selfish that you don't at least attempt to offer to help pay for whatever. But when you're in that family kind of scenario, it is rude to even offer to pay. Again, we're in our 40s. We're doing fine. We should be paying for things for our families. But when you have older family, you're not allowed to pay for things. They get really upset if you do, right?
It's weird. Yeah, my mom did that for me the other day. So her birthday was a couple weeks ago. She's been sick, so we've been planning to try to go out. I might go out and do lunch with her.
Right.
She still had the audacity to say, make sure, if you're bringing the kids, I'll get lunch. I'm sitting there going, it's your birthday. I will treat you. And she still fought me on it. And I don't understand where that comes from. Like, I'm 46. I have a pretty good job.
Right.
I'm good. I'll buy you lunch.
There's just certain things you would think it the patriarchy, but you would just think it's mostly an old school, old world mentality for men in their families. They're the patriarch of the family. If you're out to dinner or something like that, they pay. If you're at a family dinner, they sit at the end of the table. It's that kind of thing that's expected.
Was your dad like that?
My dad, yeah. My dad, all my life, it was, and my brother too. The phrase was the term, "I'm cash, you're carry." So wherever we had to go, let me tell you, Christmas time, if he took us out to do Christmas shopping for my mom or sisters or whatever, we'd go out. He was not cheap at all. Yeah. He wasn't like buying a million things, but he wasn't cheap. So he would sit there. What do we need? What does your mom need? Here's a list. Okay, go get it. Like, we'd go to the store and he goes, "You too, go get everything." What? Everything that's split the list, go get everything. I don't know what he was doing. He's walking around, whatever. We'd go and we'd get everything, come back. Whatever was on that list, 100%. He paid for all of it. It's done. Okay.
Yeah, I had another guy that
hold on. It's like, we pay for everything. There's a million bags. When you're at a department store, those big bags.
Yeah, they're big. They're very
There's
thick.
just the two of us. We can't carry all these things. He's like, you got to figure it out. He goes to the car. And that's how it always was. If we were on vacations, we traveled, whatever it was, he was cash, we were carry. So he paid for everything, but you guys figure out how to get it home, and you guys figure out how to get it into the car or whatever. That was that old school, well, or at least him, but I mean, that was that old mentality of the guy takes care of his family, what have you. And because you have sons, you can fuck around with them. You go out there and you take the garbage, you mow the, that kind of shit.
Yeah.
Not terrible, but it's hilarious looking back at it. It's like, yeah, because if I had a son, I'd be doing that shit to him too.
Yeah, there was an older car salesman I used to work with, and his bit was, I buy, you fly. So it's like, if I'm going to buy you lunch, you got to go get it. And I got to go get something, I'll buy it, you go get it. Like, it was the same kind of mentality. It's like, if I'm going to put down the cash, I'm going to do the least amount of work for it. You go do all the stuff, you order it, you get it, you pick it up, whatever you want, but I'll pay for it.
Right.
So, yeah, it's that same kind of thing.
Preston saying it's classic East Coast behavior. Right. Yeah, it's also, I don't know if it's necessarily, I mean, probably more predominant in the East Coast, but if you have older family members, it probably is going to die out with our generation of that kind of mentality.
Yeah, I ain't paying for shit.
Right? But you at least you can understand what I'm saying. It's not rude in a family situation that if you take out your wallet that if you don't take out your wallet when the check comes or whatever, it's not considered rude. You're the family that was invited. Enjoy yourself. That's your responsibility.
Yeah, especially if you're the one inviting.
Right.
Like if you're saying, "Hey, come do this," the implication is there. Now, you're right. It is nice to offer. I've always offered, "Hey, can I pay at least my way? Can I pay for the kids?" Like, no, we got this.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be pushy.
There are times for that, but again, if you have those kind of families, there's times where there's men in my family, older men in my family, you wouldn't dare try to pay for anything if they're there, because they will. Doesn't matter how old they are, they'll find a way to fuck you up for doing that, right? If you invited them to come to dinner, like it's like, oh, we're gonna make you planned everything, like you're coming here, then you're expected to pay for that, right? Because you invited them, but it's always the grandmother or your parents or whatever that organize. Oh, we're gonna meet here. We're gonna do this or this. They organized it, got the family there, and so your dad and your mom or whatever wants to pay for it. Why did we go through this whole thing? Oh yeah, the paycheck, the paying the bill to leave and all of that stuff. I tried to offer, but if they're all ordering wine and drinks and stuff, it's like, what am I supposed to do? So I told them what restaurant to come. They were up visiting. It's like, what was I don't know. The whole thing was just whatever. I just started making notes. It's like, I knew these were not battles I was not going to that I was going to win. So I'm just going to make the notes, and we'll have this for story time on the next show.
One thing you left out that actually bothers me to no end with some people that I do this with was where you go to the restaurant, you sit there, you spend probably 20 minutes. You just bring us some waters. We're going to look at the menu. We're going to probably talk amongst ourselves, say our hellos. You had someone studying the drink menu. And then when it came time to order, turned to you and asked, what should I get?
Yeah.
Like, you
I don't know.
20 minutes.
I don't drink. I'm not drinking this stuff.
Right.
I don't know what you do.
Me so much.
Especially when I go out with family, whatever. Like I'm not a drinking person, so it's not like I can't drink because of a problem or physical ailment or whatever. I just didn't grow up in that household. My dad never drank ever. Not even like an occasional thing once in a while. He was not a beer drinker. He's not a wine drinker. Did not drink any kind of hard liquor. Nothing. He drank zero. No drugs, no any of that shit. The only thing he did was he smoked like a fucking chimney to the point of beyond excess. But outside of that, it was coffee and cigarettes. That was the guy.
That's crazy, because I know a lot of smokers that usually kind of it's just hand in hand. Like you smoke, you have a drink. You don't have to drink to excess.
You have a cup of coffee and cigarettes. That was it. That's all he wanted. Cup of coffee and cigarettes. That's all he cared about. But I don't drink ever. But if I go out with family and we're all together, I'm the one who doesn't drink, so I purposely let everybody else go ahead, have fun, whatever, because I'm driving home. I don't like going to places. Even people who could have a couple cocktails and like, I'm good to go. They're probably fine. I'm not comfortable with that. Now, especially when I have a kid with me, nope, I am the one driving home or we're not going anywhere. So, yeah, when you have people there and they're like, well, what should I get? I go, I don't know. What do you like to drink? I don't know what you like to drink. Right. Well, the waiter's right there and you're staring at the drink menu
for 20 minutes.
What should I get? How the fuck do I know? It's almost as bad as you're looking at the restaurant and everyone's around the tables asking you, what are you getting? What are you getting? I don't know. I think I might get the veal. Okay, great. Enjoy it. I hate veal. I'm not eating that. But I'm not asking for suggestions. The only time I ask is the specials, right? If you have a specials section of the menu, the waiter comes over and they're telling you, or they tell you the specials if it's not on there, right? And you go, if I had to pick between this and this, what do you think? Well, a lot of people seem to like this, but personally, I've tried it or whatever. That I listen to. I'm not asking, hey, what are you getting with, potatoes? Should I get the potatoes? I don't care. I'll figure it out. I study the menu in a way that I'm sitting there like, if I get this, how am I going to feel after I eat this?
How is your spaghetti basket?
Right. How's the bucket of chicken that you got on the table there?
Right.
Yeah, so that was my dining experience over the weekend. Now,
I hope you go out more often. These stories are always great.
We'll have to.
I just get 8 tacos in a drive-through, and you get to hear about it. I get to hear your craziness, and I'm just eating greasy tacos.
Yeah, Rob, at one point he goes, "What's that noise? Is he having trouble breathing?" And I said, "No, that's him trying to suck the Oreo shake through a straw."
I was like, "Oh, just blend it all together."
Tom from Alberta saying, when I grabbed clips from past shows, categories that Eric gave me were movie problems, plane problems, etc. I created another category I called Eric versus Family. Yeah, that is true. I got to put all those together. I have the list. I have most of them isolated, but I got to put them all together so I can get them up as a category on the YouTube channel. Casey, college guys are the worst to split a tab with. Yeah, when I was in college, I didn't go out with many people to places like that because most of the time I was working. I was doing 2 or 3 different radio jobs while doing college. So I was like part-time here, part-time there, what have you. And so most of the weekends I was not around. But when I did go out on occasion and stuff, I hate it because they, college kids all drink to excess because they think it's cool. They're doing all of this stuff. I always drove because I knew that was going to be a thing. And if you're in college areas and you declare when you're there, when they're, some of these places have minimums on things or whatever else, and everybody's drinking, especially if you're at a bar. And I go, I'll just have this. And they look at I'll have a Diet Coke with lemon. And they look at you and I go, I'm driving all those guys there. I'm driving them home. Then they go, oh, okay. And then usually they comp your soda or they bring you over an appetizer or something like that because you're not the one drinking. They're all whatever. Mm-hmm. And that's good business because, hey, give that guy the free stuff because he's taking these messes home and they're not a liability. It's fun when you go to places like that and they say, well, we still have a minimum. You got a 2-drink minimum on this thing. Well, I don't care what that counts because I'm not going to. I'm driving them home. You can't force me to buy alcohol if I'm responsible for other people here. That's just, it might be your policy, but it's not the law. And that's always a fun thing to have to do. I go, I'm driving people. I'm not ordering drinks. Order that for them. I remember one time we were at a comedy club. And that's where I was just going to say it's the same thing. And the lady, she's like, well, there's a 2-drink minimum on this thing. I go, all right, just give me a couple of iced teas. She goes, well, no, it's got to be, from the bar service stuff. And I go, I'm not drinking. I'm driving people home. I'm not drinking anything. Well, you could just order drinks and give it to them. I go, no, you can't force me to order drinks if I'm not there. Look, I'm there and enjoy. But if I'm telling you I'm driving people, what if I was an alcoholic, right? Mm-hmm. Anybody who's there who has an alcohol problem and they're sitting there and you have a 2-drink minimum, the 2 iced teas I ordered should technically count as your 2-drink minimum. Hell, if you need me to buy food, fine. I'll buy one of your shitty pizzas or buffalo wings or whatever you got there. That was always interesting too. When it's like, it's got to be from the bar. Yeah, you can get an iced tea at the bar.
I was just gonna say they tried to pull that on me too, and I ended up getting like two $10 Diet Cokes because I wasn't drinking, like as I was driving, and this was in Scottsdale, like an hour and a half from my house. So it's like, I'm not gonna risk drinking and then having to have that distance of a drive.
Yeah,
it was ridiculous. They are the worst for that.
What was this here? Casey saying, when my larger family goes out to eat, the poor server gets pulled aside by each elder and told to bring the check to them. The server ends up just dropping it in the center and running. Yeah, that's
smart.
Yeah, that is a legit thing that does happen. Or especially when you have an uncle or a grandfather or something that never gets up to anything. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, just kind of gets up. Where's the bathroom? You know that's the thing. He's going to the bathroom, but that's the excuse so he can go pay the check. Mm-hmm. And if you have that kind of family, love it. I'm not complaining about it by any means. It might come off that way. It's not. It's just it's a unique family dynamic that is considered an insult if you try to counter that. If you're the invited guest, you do not pay. And it's assumed you do not pay. You don't go in there and like, well, I'm going to help out or whatever. No. If you're a parent or grandparent and you have a kid or a grandchild that just had some big milestone, obviously you pay for them to celebrate. But if say they got a raise or a new position or whatever, and they invited you out to take you to work, I've seen family arguments over that where the guy would be like, no, I invited you here. This is on me, whatever. And they still gave the guy, whoever it was, a fucking hard time. It's like, no, this is on me. This is my way of a small way of paying you back for all your support all these years for helping me out with school or, living situations, whatever. And they still have that. Save your money. You're going to need it to get a better place, or you're going to need it for a car. Family stuff. But anyway,
it's a weird thing too when you're not used to that, because I have a small family and it was never really like that. Mm-hmm. And then when you meet somebody, or maybe you get married into a family that's like that, and then you're in that dinner situation, and then you start to realize like you're never gonna want for dinner, like someone's always paying it, and then you're just not used to it. It feels weird. Like I'll sit there and I'll like be just like, should I be paying for me? Like, should I at least cover us? Like, what's going on? No, it's taken care of. And then you're just like, okay. But it's like, okay, should I order something expensive? Like, you try to be cheaper about it. Like, it's a weird feeling when you're not used to it, though.
Woodpit in chat saying, if it's like 20 something people, I usually offer, but if it's declined, I don't insist. Yeah, that too. If you feel the room out the right way and you offer to do that and they go, no, it's not in bad form to go, okay, thank you. But you got to say that you go give like that, thank you, like that. And you're good. If you insist on fighting, whatever, that's up to you. But if you don't give the thank you, then that's the problem. Like it's so intricate. Mm-hmm. The rules and the custom, I guess, on how to handle all these things. It's hilarious, and it's going to die out as the next generation moves on to a better place here. Tom from Alberta saying, paying the check in Canada, you spelled check wrong, in Canada is easier. Everyone takes turn paying. Nope. It is not that way in the United States. It causes fights. It causes family rifts that go on forever. You won't see these people for holidays because of something like that. It's insane. Big Red Tower. My mom throat punches anyone who offers to pitch in on the bill. I would love it. She just stands up and does the Hong Kong Phooey judo chop right in the neck.
Grabs the bill, runs off.
Woodpit saying that was the thing with Finn. He didn't know because his family was different. What is that?
Sopranos.
Oh, right. Yeah, the boyfriend. I couldn't remember the name. Yeah, his family was different. But that fucking death stare resonated so hard to me, because when he's just sitting there smiling, it's like, oh no, I took it. When Artie said, oh, it's taken care of, and he's like, no, it's on me. And then it cuts where you see like Finn's side and the shoulder, and it's right on Tony, and he's sitting there like this, like he's going to lunge over the table and just grab his head and slam it into the table as fast as he could. I'm sitting there and I'm looking at it, I go, that is a real moment. That is real family in the Northeast, that if you tried to do that shit, that is it was well done. It's just so well done. I'm like, yep,
it's very relatable.
That is very relatable.
Oh, this is a documentary. Got it.
Right. All right, moving on. If you're in the room there, hit like, hit subscribe if you haven't already. It does help out the program, whether you're on YouTube or you're on Twitch. Give us a like, give us a follow, if you would. Thank you very much. Update on the Cracker Barrel.
We did it, guys. Only took us a week.
But I want to point something out. Jordan and I were talking about this, I think it was yesterday when the news came out that they were changing the logo back. You and I were talking, and I said, did you have it in your head when this happened? Because this happened right as we were going on the show last week. Right. I said, did you have it in your head at all that this was in any way a political issue? No, right? And I sit there.
I wouldn't have not assigned politics to this.
Right.
Reason.
So I wasn't paying attention. And then I saw when this news broke that I think it was CNN that said due to right-wing outrage or right-wing protests or something like that. And I'm seeing that in the headline. I went, right-wing protest? What the fuck? I thought this was honestly something that no matter what your political view or whatever, if you like the restaurant, people from all walks of life were going to be upset by this. I legitimately, last week, I wasn't that upset with the logo. I thought the logo looked like a belt buckle. I thought it looked bland garbage. Or an avatar. My bigger problem was changing the inside of the restaurant. Mm-hmm. Because we saw the photos and we saw some of the video clips that were coming out there. It's white with red and green. It's nothing like what Cracker Barrel used to look like. It didn't have the rustic wooden look. It didn't look, it had that very down south feel to it. It was all gone. That I had the problem with. And then the concern again.
Sterile.
Yeah, very sterile. And as I said, it looked like a knockoff Williams-Sonoma with your children's terrible artwork hanging up on the wall. The other issue was the concern was, again, at the time that this happened, we were on the air, that the menu was going to have some changes that we weren't going to be happy with. Now, we're a week removed from when all that happened. And they assured us, like, we weren't going to, remove things from the menu. We were going to add, new seasonal stuff. And I get it. Restaurants have seasonal specials all the time. It's not a problem. I was concerned because they made such drastic changes. The logo, the restaurant, what are they going to do with the menu? Because knowing my luck, the things that I like were going to be taken off the menu. Mm-hmm. And they were saying, no, we're not going to do that. And that didn't happen. Then you started seeing reports online. And I know firsthand from a family member that went last Monday that the restaurant had, and this was before the announcement of the logo, the restaurant had changed. It was already remodeled. And that you couldn't get certain items on the menu anymore. One of them being sweet potatoes. Oh. And you're thinking, down south is sweet potato country. Like, it should be there. They don't. It was gone. And I said, oh, but then you weren't seeing that stuff being reported when they're like, oh, we're not taking things off the menu. We're not doing these things. And then I'd see on Reddit and see it on Twitter and stuff. It's like, nope, this thing's gone. It wasn't like a million things were gone. It was like 2, maybe 3 things. I just remember sweet potatoes. I forgot what the other 2 things were. But they were like, these are off the menu. They're not serving this anymore. Why aren't they talking about that? When it tied into the logo and the old guy on there was Uncle Herschel, was the uncle of one of the founders of the restaurant and what have you. When they backpedaled on this, let me read you what they said here. And then I got to tell you something about the Uncle Herschel guy. After days of intense backlash, Cracker Barrel is scrapping the new minimalist logo. The drama was a setback for the chain's $700 million transformation plan.
Oof.
We thank our guests for sharing your voices and love for Cracker Barrel. We said we would listen, and we have. Our new logo is going away, and our old timer will remain, the company said in a statement. As Cracker Barrel, it's always been and always will be about serving up delicious food, warm welcomes, and the kind of country hospitality that feels like family. As a proud American institution, our 70,000 hardworking employees look forward to welcoming you back to our tables soon. there was a statement from the CEO about Uncle Herschel's coming back, and Uncle Herschel. The what?
He was gone for a week.
Yeah, so Uncle Herschel, no, it wasn't that he was coming back. The logo, the old timers coming back onto the logo. That's what it was. It's like Uncle Herschel was never gone. He was always here. In fact, the Uncle Herschel's favorite breakfasting is returning to menus. And I went, wait a minute. You just said he was never gone. You were never getting rid of him. But then follow it up with the meal that was in his name. And I remember that forever. Uncle Herschel's favorite was in the breakfast menu is returning to the menu, which means you took it off. Mm-hmm. It was such doublespeak in all of this shit. So that was where, at least, I mean, I don't know for you, but for me, I didn't have any kind of political agenda in mind with Cracker Barrel.
No. Well, and it's just, there's no reason to always assign politics to anything that you're doing.
Well,
that's the problem.
Apparently, the thing was they were saying a lot of right-wing people were getting upset. They were protesting, whatever, online. And then I guess the president spoke up about it, which I wasn't aware of that until today, that he had made a comment about this thing here. And it's going back to the what? And you would think about it and you go, wait a minute, if this was the case and I don't know where the right wing is coming into play here, that it's only them that was upset about this. Granted, you're insane if the logo was really going to be the end all be all for you in the restaurant. Mm-hmm. But you would think millions of people go to this restaurant chain. There's people from all walks that go to this chain there. There's people on the other side who have no side, whatever, are also upset about this. Why is it being posed in this way? And then you see, like, well, Trump made a statement about this. So because Trump made a statement, that means all right-wing conservatives were having a problem with this restaurant? I'm sure there was a lot of conservatives that didn't give two shits about Cracker Barrel because they don't go to Cracker Barrel.
Right.
Same thing with on the left there too. I'm sure there's a lot of them that don't go to Cracker Barrel, but I'm sure there's a lot that do as well. It seemed like something that it could have brought everybody together, that we don't like the change to this restaurant. We all agree that this was a bad idea. You need to fix this. And then somehow everywhere it's reported that this was a conservatives bitching and complaining issue.
Well, and the thing is, it's like, why does everything have to be a fight on one side or the other? Like,
right.
You're right. There are people that, may be Democrats, they could be Republicans, but they're all equally just annoyed with shit like this. Like, this is the rebrand. Like, this is Williams Sonoma.
Yeah, that's exactly what I said.
And it's just like, there's no reason for it. Like, this guy was upset. What have they done to Cracker Barrel? Like, it's just throw the most basic thing, whitewash the walls, and be whatever. And to make it a fight, like something to win. So now that Cracker Barrel has gone back, those who are that type of that I have to have a win are going to say, we did it. The right is right. And, this is just another woke policy that we have struck down. Look at us. We're winning the fight. And like, what fucking fight are we fighting? Who cares? It's Cracker Barrel.
I don't want to lose my hash brown casserole. That's all I cared about. Well, that and the dumplings.
Now I just want
maybe the chicken fried steak. They have a lot of good shit at that place. That's what I cared about.
This isn't a fight. This isn't like a one side versus the other. This is a common sense. We just want our food to taste good. Stop taking shit off the menu and stop changing things too much.
Right.
Change your logo. Who cares? I'm still going to come in, want the hash browns, and go to your general store.
Yeah. I do love the general store. I used to buy a lot of Halloween and Christmas decorations from there.
Yeah, Halloween stuff is good.
They had some unique stuff. I think I still have a Christmas decoration I got from a Cracker Barrel. It's a snowman made of ice cubes. He's standing on a snow pile, but all three sections of the body are ice cubes. And it has the snowman face, it has some earmuffs and the hands and everything. But you can turn it on and this light, this blue light goes through. It
says fuck the police.
It says ask. Was it ACAB? Whatever that shit is on there. You turn it on, the blue light. If you look at it straight on, you don't really see it. But you turn it on, the blue light shoots through it. But if you move through an angle, it fractures the light around.
That's cool.
And it looks awesome. I've never seen it anywhere else but at a Cracker Barrel. So I used to love going in. I still do if there was one near me.
Molds there.
Yeah.
They got all kinds of stuff.
All that kind of fun stuff. Tom saying, did Cracker Barrel get rid of the dirt floors and inbred staff? Stay in your lane, both with your truck and your opinions.
Yeah, but he's got Tim Hortons, so I'm a little jealous.
Woodpit saying, pretty smart to backpedal, honestly. It is. It's very smart because they lost like $100 million when this whole thing came around.
At least.
But a theory got put into my head from reading online, and it's probable, but I don't think it's possible. A lot of people were speculating, is this a new Coke scenario? Where Coca-Cola put out a new product. We think this is going to be better than regular Coke, and everyone hated it. So if you don't know what it is, back in the 80s, Coca-Cola changed its formula, and they came out with new Coke, and people hated it so much that the company had to revert back to the original Coca-Cola and rebranded it. To this day, I think it's called Coca-Cola Classic. And they had to put out a whole thing. We're sorry. It was a huge advertising and marketing blunder for the company. People are saying this might be a Coke 2 scenario, but it could be a thing where they purposely did this to generate response activity, maybe a way to get people to come back in there sort of under the guise of a patriotic duty or whatever. That's all possible. It seems a bit probable. I mean, that's all
very
probable. It doesn't seem to lose $100 million, but then, the stock went back up. I saw something on CNBC where they were saying after the announcement, the stock was already back up another 3% or something. Mm-hmm. I think it was a misstep, but I can't fully rule out the fact that they might have tried to, it's like, let's fuck this up, get outrage and draw interest, revert it back, and we look like heroes. Because it was so fast. If they were really steadfast on this thing, they would have let this carry out and then hope for the public outrage to die down. Mm-hmm. And they didn't.
I just and the problem is that now that they've reversed course, you got people who said, okay, we won the fight, we get our Cracker Barrel back. And then you get the other people going, well, way to give in, we're going to boycott because you guys just give in to the right or whatever their political leanings thinks. It's all stupid.
Well, I've seen people yelling online too that it's like, do you not even know the history of this restaurant? They've had problems in the past with dealing with transgender and gay people. They were very outspoken on this. They wouldn't hire these guys.
Who hasn't?
I sit there and it's like everything has a troubled past. But you know what? The Chick-fil-A peach summer shake is delicious. I'm still going there.
Yeah.
I understand why, and it's not entirely right, but I can't pass that up.
Nope. Chicken's too good.
Yeah.
I'll just donate to a cause or something.
Intersect. Hello, sir. Imagine deciding to spend that much money to remove any character your restaurant had, like no one wanted this, no one. McDonald's did it.
McDonald's does it all
twice. They did this. Once in the 90s, or late 80s, early 90s, remember they were getting rid of Ronald McDonald for Mac Tonight.
Yep.
The guy with a moon-shaped face that was singing crooner songs. It was supposed to be, this is the adult version of McDonald's. It bombed horribly. And they flipped it right back to Ronald McDonald and everything else. In the last decade, they got rid of Ronald McDonald. You don't see him in advertisements. You don't see him. They only brought some of this shit back because of that Grimace thing that went viral 2 years ago.
The Grimace shakes.
Yeah. If it wasn't for that, you wouldn't be seeing any of this stuff again. And this is another layer to all of this. McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's, all these places got rid of all the restaurants and the decor and the atmosphere that made it feel warm and friendly to go and sit at these places and enjoy it with your family. They're all sterile now. It's all stone and glass and some wood accents to it. You walk in, giant screens to order ahead of time. There's really no cashiers for anything, and there's barely any tables to sit. They want you to buy the food and get the fuck out. And the reason is, because I was looking that up too. I'm like, why are all these restaurants looking like a Starbucks now? And it's because They kept saying it's easy to maintain, it's easy to manage, and that if they have to leave, it's easy to flip over to another business because it's so generic. And it's just like, they don't care. Like, I understand, costs and everything for operations, but they really don't give a shit about any of their clients, any of their customers, for any of these businesses. And we were bitching about, it's like, stop going and buy fast food for so long because the prices were ridiculous. It's not affordable. It used to be during times of economic uncertainty and all that stuff. Fast food thrived because it was cheap, it was affordable, people could feed their whole families. Now you can't even do that. We bitched about how Big Mac meals are, $15.
Yeah, the food shrank and the prices went up.
Yeah, nobody wants to eat that shit anymore. Except Jordan. He had fucking 9 tacos and a milkshake.
It's delicious.
He brought all the boys to his yard. Tom saying, if Cracker Barrel is not right-wing restaurant, does that make them safe from... Tom.
You keep going to that well, Eric.
I know.
This is your fault. You're controlling this.
Let's see. Woodpit, the woman took my double-decker taco away, too. They had a double-decker taco at Cracker Barrel?
I know. I think they used to have them at Taco Bell. Now they do this thing where they...
The what? Uh-oh.
It's like, ugh.
Did I lose you?
Oh, no. Is it frozen?
No, you disappeared. You just started to speak, and then all of a sudden you were gone.
Oh, that's weird. No, I'm still here.
Hold on. Let me check.
Sorry.
Let me check the live feed and see where you're at.
Right. That thing's...
Keep talking about what you were going to say then.
Well, I was just going to say that they do this thing where like they get rid of menu items and then they bring them back as like nostalgic things. So they capitalize on that stuff. So it's not even like seasonal like the McRib. This thing used to be popular.
The McRib wasn't seasonal. Yeah,
well, that's what I'm saying.
That's exactly what I was thinking of. The McRib wasn't seasonal. They took it away. It was a rarity to come back. Now they made it a seasonal thing. And once it came back, everyone realized it sucked.
It's gross.
It wasn't good. It wasn't what they remembered from the 80s or the 90s, whenever it originally came out. And they keep bringing it back on this whole nostalgia train. It's like, oh, I'm going to go get a McRib. And you go and you get a McRib and you realize this thing is terrible. Why did I get a McRib? They keep bringing it back for nothing. For naught, if you will.
Or not. Just singing the Mac Tonight song in my head now.
Yeah, all it is Mac the Knife, but just changed to Mac Tonight. That's all it was.
When the clock strikes 6:30, babe.
See, Basement Guy, talking sports. That is an interesting name. I like the name, sir. It's not brief, but it's to the point. You know what you're getting.
It's all one word, so you gotta say it very fast.
Basement Guy talks sports. It's like you leaned on the keyboard real fast. I agree with the changes, but just don't force woke into it. If they changed it, I think it would be okay. But what the CEO believes, a lot of people dislike her choices. Yeah, I don't know if I want to say that it's really kind of a woke thing. I will say it is a detachment from a lot of these companies that have these investors. It's not just like these, Cracker Barrel Corporation anymore. It's Cracker Barrel owned by whatever corporation, and you have all these other investors and stuff that are calling the shots above the top
part of the Yum brand.
Yeah. But you see what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
It's like it's this hierarchy of corporations within a corporation, not just who's the head of the corporation. Well, it doesn't really work that way anymore. It's a whole pyramid thing going through all that. And it's just a matter of being out of touch with the consumer, the street level, that kind of thing. They're like, oh, no, they'll love it because we put it out there. No, they won't. It's not going to happen. This is not a Rick and Morty Szechuan sauce kind of situation where just some weird, quirky thing blew up to be a big deal. When you try to force things like that, they usually fail because people don't like change. I understand you have to remodel. If you did it more subtly, the remodeling said, hey, we're going to be changing the logo down the line, whatever. You don't just say, hey, we're doing all this right now. Part of what was it? $700 million transformation plan. So, I mean, people can make of it what you will. We never took it as a political issue. It was just like, stop fucking up with a restaurant that people actually enjoy. Intersect saying corporate Memphis and its offshoots have been ruining corporate identities for decades now. Yeah, there's a bunch of these investment groups that come in and buy companies and put them under an umbrella. And then it's just like, well, we're going to do this for all the stores. Well, it doesn't really work for that brand. We don't care. It's what we're doing across the board. But you're going to lose that customer. It doesn't matter. That's what we're doing. Well, you're losing a ton of money over here. Yeah, but we're making 7 times the money over here. So we don't care if that one's losing money. Like, they don't give a shit if you like the stuff or not, for the most part. It's when a collective of all their restaurants start tanking or businesses start tanking, then they pay attention to it. If one's down, well, the others will make up for it. They don't care. So, unfortunately, the world that we live in. Woodpit saying, do they have them in Arizona, Jordan, California, where I live? Doesn't really. The one in Bakersfield. There's one in Bakersfield, apparently.
Yeah, well, Bakersfield's a bunch of meth heads. Yeah, we do. I've got one, I think about maybe 30 minutes for me. 40 minutes, give or take.
Casey saying, here at the University of Arizona, they spent a few million rebranding from UA to UA, merging it, UA Arizona, and they pushed it for years and it never stuck, and they finally retired it.
Yeah. It's just short-sighted people making decisions thinking they know better.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe next year you'll get a hockey team and can figure out how to market and brand all of that stuff. Sorry,
I can only wish.
Woodpit, I've only been there once, I think, on a road trip to Colorado. Look, it's not the greatest restaurant in the world. We're not sitting there like this is a 5-star Michelin restaurant. It's just, it's enjoyable. If you're driving on a highway somewhere and you see a Denny's, an IHOP, maybe a Howard Johnson's if they still exist, those kind of things, a Waffle House, you might look at a Cracker Barrel as a bit more upscale in that level, and you go, that looks a bit more comfortable. I might enjoy myself there a little bit more with the food and everything and the decor, the atmosphere, all of that stuff. That's all it really is. So, Woodpit saying she was the VP at Taco Bell before this, but I think they took the double-decker taco away before she was there. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
Blame her anyway.
Taco Bell just brought back a bunch of things, and I think one of them was the thing I liked, the grilled burrito or the grilled XL burrito, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to love their steak burrito, and they took it away.
They brought back the 7-layer burrito. They actually changed it. It used to be a 5-layer burrito, but now they brought.
They had a 5 and they had a 7.
Well, now they have.
And then they had that grilled XL, which was fantastic. I don't know if they still have that. Which was the normal
size of burritos now. It's like, come on.
Yeah. If you go to a real authentic place, a street taco kind of thing or whatever. Giddles saying, I love the double-decker taco. Yeah, that's one that had the soft with beans around, or soft
the hard
sauce
shell taco,
and then around the hard shell, right?
Layer of beans and then the soft shell around it.
Yeah. Okay. I think I knew what it was. Yeah, you're talking about the size of regular burritos. I love following those accounts on TikTok and on Instagram of food trucks.
Yeah.
And they just have people coming in there and you just see them. There's those food trucks in LA. I forgot the area that they're in, but it just looks like they put up radio promotion tents in a parking lot somewhere, and it doesn't look the cleanest around that area.
You know it's good.
But you see the lines and everybody walking in, and you just see how they're making everything. There was one, I thought we played it a while ago. I got to look in our archive and see if we still have it. It was a guy who went for, I think, some kind of street tacos or burritos, and they gave him like the burrito, and you walk around and they had their own fixins bar, and you put what you wanted into it. And then they took it back and they would wrap around, like however the monstrosity of your burrito is, wrap it in there. And then sometimes they would drop it into the fryer real quick, or all this kind of fun stuff. And I love watching those videos. I'm like, Giddles needs a food truck. I know he's doing well as a butcher, but if more money starts coming in, I might invest in a food truck where we take Giddles out there to do what he wants to do with his unique cuisine styles, and we just have cameras. We film.
It's one of those food trucks where he marries the butcher shop that he works at and a food truck where he's just literally killing animals in the truck.
What's
just slipping and sliding everywhere?
What are they called? The burra. What are those tacos?
Birria?
Yeah, the birria tacos where you dip them into the sauce like that. You see it from farm to table, if you will. He walks out of the butcher shop with the meat, brings it in, sautés it, does all of that stuff.
But he has to do it instead of like a food truck, which are usually pretty condensed. It's like a school bus that he's converted. So like you see the cow get in the back,
right? And
then by the time it gets to the front, it's your tacos.
Yeah,
like an assembly line, Mr. Burns.
I
want that one.
In the wake of all this too, there was another company that I just realized was undergoing their own crisis with rebranding and everything. We all know the problems Target has been having.
Yeah.
With the DEI protests and what have you. And I got to say this, where I get why people are protesting, because people were protesting over the moving the pride stuff to the back, or removing DEI stuff from their business requirements, or however that things work. I get why people are upset and what have you. And they're protesting, they're doing all these things. I honestly didn't think it was causing that big a deal, because those protests rarely work when you're faced, again, like, it's not just a corporation, it's a corporation in a chain of corporations. So it's so low level within a bigger company that they don't give a fuck what people think. But it turns out they were actually making a financial impact on this, where it didn't do it to Walmart, didn't do it to all these other companies, but somehow Target was actually taking a hit, and they're trying to reverse course a little bit. But then they came up with a new campaign that I don't know how this is going to benefit them. And this looks like it's going to be problematic, from the start here. Take a look at this.
Oh, got your butthole. How do you even grab a butthole? I don't know, but I got yours. Let go of it. So come on down to Target and get 5% off with the red card or something. Let go of my
butthole. It's good marketing. Target, God. Let go of my butthole.
When it's like 3, 4 in the morning, some of the shit you find, you're like, all right, that's hilarious. I got to bring it to the show. And then you're like, maybe I shouldn't have brought that to the show. Especially with that big buildup. Or we could just watch it again. Tell me what you think here. Let's watch it again.
Oh, got your butthole. How do you even grab a butthole? I don't know, but I got yours. Let go of it. So come on down to Target and get 5% off with the red card or something. Let go of my
butthole. It's really is stupid. It's like, did you ever find the CEO of Target video?
No. Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. No, I didn't pull it.
I don't want to give too much away.
Nah, I think I still make the better choice with this one. The intersex ain't better the second time.
It really is.
Sometimes it is. You gotta let it marinate. You gotta think on it.
Let go of my butthole.
All right, let's change courses then and clear the pathway here to some better, funnier things, more lighthearted stuff than a corporation trying to grab your butthole in order for you to use their card to save 5%.
You grab my butthole.
Let go on a butthole. If you're in the chat, if you're in the room, whatever you're doing there, any of the rooms, hit follow, hit like, hit subscribe. We would appreciate that. Jordan,
let go your buttholes and hit them buttons.
Jordan, we need to make you happy.
Oh,
and I think after all this time, I know what makes you happy.
Throw me off to hear him talk, though. Like, his bit has been great, where it's just him mean mugging the camera and just doing his thing. But then, like, he starts talking. I'm like, oh god.
It's just he shows up and stares.
The fact that he can look at that camera almost perfectly every time.
And he cuts through. It's breaking the fourth wall. Cuts through everything else that's going on. Everyone else is still in character while he's just sitting there. And he's just staring,
smiling.
He's the Deadpool of WWE right now.
So good.
I believe in Joe Hendry.
We all do. Of course, I think the best one of his vignettes is right here.
Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry.
I just want to clap every time.
I know.
It comes right out of that fridge.
Like I said, if he never wrestles a day in his life, he's so over. Yeah. Like, and in a good way, wrestling over means like you're a success. I want to show you this too, in case you weren't aware. You're a big video game fan.
Say his name and he appears.
Every time.
I believe in Joe Hendry.
Yes. Joe Hendry is available currently as a character in PUBG.
That's interesting. That is very interesting. It's funny. Good for him.
Yeah.
Good for him.
His contract's almost up with TNA, so you know he's He's going to just get
make his push.
fast-tracked right to
Oh yeah,
to WWE main roster. In fact, the timing is suspect. He could be like Cena's last match or something when Cena retires in December.
You think like he's handing over the reins kind of thing?
Do you know how great that would be? I mean, because they have a history, a good history with each other. If he was the guy that is Cena's last match, that just catapults him even further going in, especially because that's in December. Then you're going into the road to WrestleMania for the next 4 months. The guy will be white hot.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Moving on. We have so much other shit. The summer's almost over.
Yeah, well, for some.
Labor Day is this. I know it's perpetual twilight and summer.
You have
for
to tease your other seasons, you son of a bitch.
Well, they're already teasing you because you're already engaging in pumpkin spice lattes.
God bless them. Yep.
And you got the pumpkin spice donuts, I believe, right?
Yeah, I got the Entenmann. They did the pumpkin spice donuts, and then they put out the the apple cider ones too. I didn't grab the apple cider yet. I'm going to grab them this weekend because they're just so good. But yeah,
they're fantastic.
I got the pumpkin spice ones. Those didn't last long. I pummeled those with the kids. And then the other day, to the 26th, I believe, was the first day of Starbucks's fall offering. So when I picked up the kid from school, we made a detour. He got himself a cake pop. I got myself a pumpkin drink.
I don't know how people like those cake pops. I've tried. My kid likes them. I tried
They
one.
love them, yeah.
Like she doesn't finish them, so she'll just hand them to me. Like I'm supposed to do something with it. So one time I tried it. I was like, "This is kind of what's it called? Marzipan or what, the stuff that's around it?"
Oh, I don't think it's marzipan. It's
the shit that they can
fondant.
Yeah, and you're changing. It's like it's very chalky.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan.
I don't know how kids and people like cake pops. They're not that good.
Yeah. Preston C saying pumpkin spice mini churros at Jack in the Box tastes like a churro with a smack of pumpkin spice. I actually said that to Eric and Rob last night in the chat where I was ordering my 8 tacos, and then I said they also have pumpkin spice churros, and those are already fantastic. I tried them like 2 weeks ago. They are really good.
All right. Well, I'm looking forward to, we have real seasons here, as you're aware. And then the next week or two, they'll start making fresh made apple cider donuts all over the place.
So good.
You'll get spiced apple cider. I get my favorite, the Honey Crisp apple cider.
I was actually talking to Casey in the chat. She had found some of the like stuffing chips or whatever chips around here.
The Trader Joe's or the other ones?
It wasn't Trader Joe's. It was something else. It was just like whatever, like fall flavor. And I talked about the ones that you get at the bowling basket.
Oh yeah.
This will be my request. If you see them again, I'm going to need a couple bags of those ones. So
okay. Good thing you told me because it's been a long time, but there's a box over there that's about to be sealed to be mailed out to you. I just put in the Lost Boys copy for you.
Very cool.
If I find those chips, I'll pack a couple bags so you can give a bag to Casey if you'd like.
Cool.
I also need to recommend something.
Okay.
Now, who doesn't love Oreo, right? Oreos are great. Their flavors, their limited edition flavors, sometimes can be hit or miss. Some are fantastic. Yeah. Others are just like their fruit punch one was way too sweet.
Yeah, they had a Swedish fish one was like that too.
Yeah, but their key lime one is fantastic.
Blueberry pie.
The blueberry pie we have, the kid loves that one. Have that. And then the apple pie a la mode one, insanely good, right?
Oh, that one that just came out. I haven't tried it yet.
Oh, I've had it for a couple weeks now. Okay. Yeah, it's so good. Like
I hear good. Okay.
Really good. I have to tell you, they are 3 for 3 with fantastic flavors because this is insanely good.
I haven't those yet.
I was hopeful, but not over. Like it might be okay.
To the store.
This is he leaves. This is spot on.
Oh, that's so exciting.
They crushed a a Reese's peanut butter cup right into the in between two Oreos.
Right.
Dude.
They're doing a few different Oreo / Reese's collaborations. I'm glad you say they're good because I was worried. Now I'm excited.
These are...
So is it just their peanut butter Oreo? Because I know Oreo did a peanut butter flavor. Or does it have a distinct, this is Reese's?
No, it's distinct Reese's.
Because there is a difference. Okay.
No, I know what you're saying. I mean, it just looks like it could be a peanut butter Oreo.
Because here's the thing. Reese's and Oreo are also doing mini cups, like the mini Reese's cups, but with Oreo.
In the cups?
In the cups.
Ooh.
So they're doing all these different things, but I'm so excited.
Okay.
This is the fat guy in me going, oh, yeah.
Whoop it in the chat. Excuse me for eating. I've had the peanut butter Oreos before, but not the Reese's. This is not the peanut butter Oreos. This is amazing.
These just came out.
Yeah. The other collaboration that Reese's does that I love, and I can't remember the brand of it, but it's the flat cookie.
Okay.
I'm trying to think. You don't get them in the cookie aisle. They're in like a specialty aisle. But they're like cookie shards,
right.
Pieces, cookie brittle. It's something like that.
Oh, yeah.
And they have the Reese's Pieces in them. It's so good. No, not Tate's. Tate's are fantastic, but it's not Tate's I'm talking about. If you look up the...
I know what you're talking about because you sent me a picture of those ones before.
Let me see.
But yeah, it's like a cookie brittle.
Yeah, it's exactly that. Let me see if I can find the company name. Brownie Brittles. That's what they are. Sorry. Sheila G's Brownie Brittles. If you can find those with the Reese's Pieces in them.
Oh, God. Wouldn't it be great if it was like Sheena E? So it was like instead of doing music, she was just doing Brownie Brittle from now on?
It's all Prince symbols all over each little bite. Say Woodpit knows Brownie Brittle is so good. Yeah, right. If you can find the Reese's peanut butter ones, you're not. I challenge you to find a better snack involving cookie and peanut butter.
That sounds so good. I'm trying to find something here. Where is it? Real quick.
Okay. Oh, super chat coming in. Alex Berkey. Eric, that episode you did about getting the autographs in the O&A days was 10 out of 10 content. Please more like it. It made my week. Well,
thank you.
I didn't want to, I've had people over the years tell me to do stuff like this, and I just thought it was kind of It's like no one was going to give a shit about this stuff. It's all online. Everybody's heard it a million times or what have you. And then there's other people that do. My mindset was like, how they did the podcast about The Office, where a couple of the people who aren't really doing too well right now are reviewing each episode of The Office.
Oh, yeah.
Those kind of podcasts were big for like a short window of reviewing the property that they were on. And you're like, I wouldn't sit there and listen to this. I wouldn't sit there and watch this. That was just something that somebody sent to me. And I said, oh, that's interesting. And then I wasn't part of the conversation, but we could play their conversation. I could interject and add other layers to it. Yeah. And it was a lot of fun. If you don't know what I'm talking about, look up O&A Memories right here on the YouTube channel and give it a watch. It's a lot of fun. Other people wanted me to go and do this more. So I'm trying to figure out the right way to do it without it seeming pandering or stupid or a waste of time. So we're going to work on that. I think it's going to be... it might be a Patreon thing. We'll let we'll have a couple slots open where people can buy in, pick their selection of what they want to review this month, and maybe we do it twice a month because it takes a while to go through the archive, get that. If there's video, if there's photos to layer in, if there's other stuff to add to that stuff, I want to do it right. I don't want to just grab it and put it on live and then hey, let's just sit here and listen to this because that's just lazy and boring. So. If we can put it together, produce it nice, put it out to you guys, we'll figure out a way to do that. I think I'll open, I think I'll open it in a way where people can buy in and get a slot for that week. It's like, hey, we're going to do 2 bonus episodes this month, right, involving old O&A stuff. Tell us what you want to see, and then I'll reach out to anybody if they want to sit down and talk about it. If Ant wants to do it, Norton, I'm open to Sam and Travis. if they're interested. I mean, Sam's got his own stuff and he's busy and all, but who knows? If they want to sit down and do it, I'd love to do it.
I think it would probably be also like one of those things where you reach out to like comedians that have maybe been on the show or got big because they made the appearance on O&A or something like that, and try to see if they want to talk about their experiences.
Somebody wrote me and asked if I could do a recap of like the fucking hangers. I don't know what we called them, but like they weren't the Pests because that was the fan base, but essentially the Whack Pack version of O&A stuff, like to get Bobo and Stalker Patty and Big A and things on there to talk about it. Okay, I don't want to do that all the time, but once in a while might be fun. Everybody that still talks to each other and interacts and enjoys each other's company and what have you, everybody's welcome to do that. And I think I mentioned everybody, right?
Oh my God!
Yeah, I think that was everybody. So
I think that's it.
All right.
Those are the heavy hitters. Yeah.
Moving on. I have a couple things because we got to get to segment 2. We're running late. We didn't even get to the radio stuff again.
We'll put it all together. We'll do a radio show next week.
All right, because I still have the Todd stuff. I have some Opie stuff. We got the Woody stuff. We got the girl who left K-Rock in L.A. I found some things about that. So there's a lot of shit. We're gonna have to do another radio special. But we are at the end of summer. I just realized that, so we got to clear out some of the stuff that we have that is summer related here. First thing I have here is called Summer Evil Knievel. Let's take a look.
I mean, that's a cool kid,
right?
That's pretty cool.
That's fantastic. That little girl jumped a car while they had fireworks going. Let's look at it again. That's a fun neighborhood.
I was going to say that's a good neighborhood. That's good parenting.
Yeah, it's amazing. Good on them. So I'm glad we got that in there. The next thing is, you remember our pal 5 Stars?
Oh, I love that dude.
We haven't checked in on him in a while. But 5 Stars did a summer cookout review.
Okay.
Which I'm wondering how he's going to rate it. Let's take a look.
Burger that your uncle cooked so much it somehow became a charcoal briquette. 5 stars. Baked beans boiling in a crock pot. Exactly what everyone's craving on a 110-degree day. 5 stars. 3 types of chips that no one touches except for kids with their soggy, nasty hands after swimming in the pool. 5 stars. The burger your grandfather wanted grilled, quote, like a real man, which means it's technically still alive. Mad cow disease, 5 stars. Coleslaw. Who doesn't want shreds of cabbage swimming in some kind of mayonnaise water? 5 stars. A family wiffle ball game where someone throws the ball at someone else and the result is beef between a 55-year-old and a 12-year-old that lasts for 3 decades. 5 stars. I don't want steak or chicken. Give me that tube of pulverized pig pieces. 5 stars. Your aunt's potato salad. You're willing to eat it even though it was out in the sun all day and you might get dysentery like Oregon Trail or some shit. 5 stars. Someone at the cookout's like, what's for dessert? And the person throwing the cookout's like, the watermelon's a dessert. It's delicious. It may be delicious, but it ain't friggin' dessert. 5 stars.
He's right about every one of those.
Yep.
And that sounds fantastic.
He knows. The guy always knows.
5 stars.
5 stars.
So good.
Our pal Chris Subdivision's in the chat there. This show's always fun, 5 stars. Damn right it is. Didn't we have... Hold on a second. I had a note somewhere. We had titles already before the show, right? What we were going to label this episode?
Write them down? Because I was driving.
Yeah. Oh, we wrote them. No, where we wrote them? In the Discord.
In the chat. You're right. We did. Okay.
Okay. So make a note that, when we go to label the episode later, that we have it there. 5-star guy rules. Yeah, he's the best. I love seeing his work.
He does.
All right. The last thing I want to leave you with before we get on to segment 2 is we have to check in on our pals, the Fat Fellas. It's been a little while. They've had a couple updates. I checked in on what they were doing, and they are up. We just talked about, chocolate and peanut butter coming together in harmony. They're up to some amazing stuff involving the world of chocolate and snacks. Let's take a look.
Just built a chocolate factory, and this ain't no Wonka-ass playground. This is big body cocoa tech. Back in January, the fat gave our bugged out uncle loan. Couple stacks, no questions asked. Said he had a vision in cocoa. We hooked this up with the flavor molecule, an FN original. He putting that shit in everything. And now, he wants to be called Belly Wonka. Top hat cocked. triple-breasted velvet coat, cane made of peppermint, and a laugh that sound like diabetes but feel like legacy. And this is his flavor factory, complete with a gravy river. The fellas dunking drumsticks like communion. Fondue fountains taller than Shaq in stilettos. Snow bunnies in silk aprons churning the cream filling. No white chocolate in this bitch except them. Then Belly gave us the floating fudge, supposed to lift you up like helium. We chewed it, waited, and all it did, took the weight off our knees. Stood up like, damn, this what skinny feel like. But the best thing we tasted on this tour, Oompa Loompa Coochie, it's like biting into a peach cobbler that moans back at you. We're not just making candy, we're making history, one everlasting gobstopper at a time. Hey, yo, shut the fuck up. It's fat season.
They got it down.
They really have.
They know.
They have a formula, man, and it works.
It works. No white chocolate in here except for them.
Except for them.
I love it. He's like, he had the floating chocolate or whatever it was.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, it just made us lighter, and he's like, oh, it helped.
My knees.
It helped with their knees. It's like, is this what being skinny feels like? They couldn't float, but they could walk easier.
Right. Just feels better on my knees.
Belly Wonka. I really enjoy all of the stuff that
They're
those
pretty
guys
good.
do. Fantastic. All right. We do need to take a break. When we get back, finally, segment 2. It's been a couple weeks since we did that. We'll go through television, movie, streaming updates, and of course, everything that we've been watching and consuming to let you know about if it's worth your time or not. We'll be right back.
More, it's Eric Nagel.
It's Eric Nagel.